bringing weird, crazy.
It was like
stories on the internet. My name is Wes, and with being always the man, the myth, the legend, Forrest Curtis.
Forrest is a myth.
We're back
at it again
with the boys.
Got Chandler, Jordon, and Tayler. So Jordon, first time here.
Yeah, it's first time.
What brings you? How'd you hear about us?
I'm actually a friend of Kai Curtis.
Yeah.
So he shared it on Facebook, and I was just like, oh, that seems dope, so might as well just go on and say what's up.
Hell yeah. That's what I'd like to hear. We usually start off with new guests, the same question. Have you had any paranormal experiences in your life, and if so, what was it?
Oh, shit. Yeah, so I was up in Idaho, and I was at my great-grandparents' house, and it was like 6 months after my great-grandma had passed away, and she passed away, like, in the basement, and that's where, like, everybody would stay when we'd come over and, like, stay up there for, like, a week or so, and everybody left, and it was just me and my grandma at the time, and she was upstairs doing something. I can't remember what she was doing. And I swear to God, I was laying down, and I swear to God, I saw my grandma walking down my great-grandma walking down the hallway, and it freaked me the fuck out.
Oh, I bet.
I was like 10 years old, and I went sprinting up the stairs, like I was screaming. I was like, no, I'm not going down there alone.
Right.
Fuck that. Like, she's gonna kill me. And so my grandma, like, went down there with me, and we're just talking. And all of a sudden, I kept hearing, like, a voice. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Finally, my grandma was like, you are literally just going crazy. You're overthinking this. My grandma leaves and, goes back upstairs and starts doing her thing. She's just telling me I'm over-exaggerating. So, I get back on my Xbox, and I'm just sitting there playing. And next thing you know, my Xbox just turns off. And I was like, what the hell? And so I, went to go turn it back on, and the disc tray came out. And I was like, what the fuck? So I closed it. And I started playing again. I can't remember what I was playing. I think I was playing like Need for Speed or something like that. I think it was like halfway through like a race, and then all of a sudden like my controller just stopped working, and I like looked up, and the thing was out of the Xbox. Like it wasn't plugged in anymore. And at that moment, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not gonna be down here by myself anymore. And like to this day, even like when I go back and like visit them, I won't go down there by myself. I'm gonna die.
Absolutely not. That's so wild. Because we've been hearing like a lot of similar stories, like with people coming on, like right when a relative passes away, or like really close to like when a relative passes away, they have like weird experiences.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Has anyone else in your family had anything like similar? No,
nobody.
Just you?
Yeah, nobody. Nobody that I know of. Like I know my cousin said that she still gets creeped out when she's down there, and by herself. And like, but other than that, I've never had anybody.
One in the family.
Yeah, I'm the lucky one in the family that she's like, I'm gonna get you, boy.
Right. So, what would you if you had like a?
Oh, thank you.
Do you have like an opinion on what you think, like ghosts might actually be, or what like an energy? Is it?
That's a great question. I honestly have no idea what it would be.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different things that you would think it would be, but you have no idea what the actual conclusion would come to.
Right. Like, I definitely don't think well, I don't know, with your experience, it sounds like there is like the quote-unquote, like, typical ghost scenario.
Yeah, exactly, where they're just kind of, like, toying around with stuff that you're doing at that particular moment.
Right. Because, like, a lot of people are starting to believe that maybe it's not necessarily, like, a ghost, but maybe like a leftover energy, or like maybe consciousness like left over or something like that. But it's hard to dictate.
Sure.
What do you think, Chandler?
Oh, I don't really believe in ghosts.
No?
I haven't had any like really, because there was like that one time with the thing, but I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's just hard for me to believe in it because I don't have any supporting evidence.
Right.
Besides that one thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the fuck that was.
And the one thing we're talking about...
it's unexplainable, so...
We were fucking around with the Ouija board.
And I've always been against Ouija boards. I never participate. Just get that out of the way. I don't like them. I don't fuck with them.
And Chandler came out and put a piece of paper in his hand and asked whoever was, if there was anyone in the room to move it, and his hand was just out, and then all of a sudden you start seeing his fingers like unnaturally like bend back, and the paper just falls out. Chandler turns like pale white, like shit. It was wild.
Worst thing in the world. Fucking hated that.
I would have been tripping.
It was just ooh. Have you ever seen like anything in the sky? UFO maybe?
No, actually.
No?
There's been like one time I actually thought I did, but then I realized it was just a shooting star. I was like, I think I was maybe like 13. Just a little bit bigger than normal, like your average shooting star.
Right.
And I just kind of like saw it just go across really quick, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like when I told my mom, she's like, you're stupid. That's a shooting star. It's like, oh, okay. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. I was thinking like, abduction.
Right? Yeah. Now then on the flip side, if you haven't seen anything, do you believe in aliens?
Oh, yeah. You unplugged the back of the Xbox, the power cord?
Come on. There's no way that we're the anomaly,
Right.
There's no way. Because there's infinite galaxies. Obviously, there's got to be one that's similar to ours that can sustain life forms.
Right.
There's no way.
Billions and billions of planets we know of that are in the Goldilocks zone, so
yeah,
there's got
perfectly in the same spot where Earth is, the Goldilocks zone. That's what we call it. There's billions of planets that we know of that are in that area.
Right.
So there's like arguments to say like maybe we're a little bit before them. So like we've been here. So they might not have the technology to travel. Then there's also a lot of theories of like they might just not see a reason to fucking go out into space and try to take over the universe and stuff, and they
like typical alien movies that you see.
Right.
Yeah. They're like, oh, other planets, let's go take over and kill them and then destroy their planet afterwards. Yeah.
And then there's also the zoo theory, where they're just observing us, leaving us alone to see how it plays out.
What we do.
Yeah.
See if we end up trashing our own planet, and that way they don't have to.
I think that's already like a conclusion that's been based.
We
know that's true.
Yeah, we'd be one hell of a TV show.
Yeah.
Now, with the final question, do you think they've come to us, like any life forms have come to Earth and visited?
Man. I don't know. It's tough, but part of me does think so. I just don't know how I would, say that or even prove it.
Right.
So it's like it's so hard to say that it's true or not, but I really do feel like there's a chance that
definitely, and I maybe not like in the more recent like past, but if you look at like old Indian drawings on like cave walls and stuff, they always like it's
Egypt.
All the hieroglyphics have like these weird like looking up in the stars.
Well, there's those hieroglyphs that look like there's like a helicopter and some UFO and stuff, and I was like, oh, those are just overlapping hieroglyphs and stuff, but like the Egyptians wouldn't fucking overlap their hieroglyphs. They would fucking scratch that and fucking put in a new piece.
Right.
Either that or they wouldn't even touch it, because I mean it's invaluable history. You can't replace the hieroglyphs that original Egyptians did back whenever. You can't replace that. Most of them consider that just as sacred as cows and everything.
I always thought it was really weird, like all the old civilizations, why the fuck did they all build pyramids?
It's the best way to put rocks together without them falling.
Right.
I don't know. It's just weird that they would all like build stuff the exact same.
I think
they're like, oh, that's a nice triangle. I want one.
Man, that's good looking triangle, boys. We're gonna copy. I think the craziest one though is the Aztec hieroglyphics that have like their leaders and stuff, and they look like they're in space, like astronaut suits and stuff, and like weird like
spaceship stuff that are fucking shooting up.
That's what.
There's so much stuff down in Mexico too from the Aztecs that we haven't even discovered, because like everything's all went over. I was watching this documentary where it shows like the places that we know of and stuff, and then they did like some type of geographic camera where, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but they used like a different camera or something, and it showed thousands and thousands of more acres that most likely had buildings and stuff on it.
Yeah.
So, and like they're just hidden in the jungle, and we have no idea how to get to them.
Well, where's that fucking hidden Aztec gold at? They still haven't found it.
I have a hard time like believing that it's still out there, because if you found something like that, would you really tell anyone about it?
Fuck no.
No way.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I feel like a lot of treasure that we know is like missing,
It's
most
not
likely
really
someone
missing.
fucking has, and
Yeah.
they're just
like,
I wouldn't tell anyone if I found some gold. I'd be like, I don't know, carve off a piece here. And I'm like, here's this, give me some money.
Yeah, every couple of days just sell this. Man, that's a nice looking coin. Where'd you get it? Oh, I just bought gold and made it into a coin. It's not old Aztecian
Because if I
gold.
found
Just melt it
something, I
down.
don't want
Right.
anyone to know about it.
Just melt
Put a
that's
target on your back.
That's a good point. Just melt that shit down, then no one will question you, and you just got a fuck ton of gold.
That's hard too, though, because if I found something that old, I'd have a hard
It's
time
way more-
melting. Yeah, I'd have a
Yeah.
hard time melting that down.
It's gonna be way more valuable as like a history
Mhm.
piece than it is gonna be for the gold.
Yeah, but then someone might say, "Oh yes, you found it, but it belongs to these people, so they have actual rights to it." And I'm like,
So
"Fuck that!
Nope, I
Yeah.
found it. Fuck
Right?
you.
I have it."
So many people I'm having social anxiety. Welcome, Michael Scott,
what's
to the
up?
City Gaming.
yeah, what's up, fellas?
Got some
How's your
resig,
night going?
Taylor? Got
Say
some
what?
resig?
Oh yeah, hit that
Thanks.
shit.
There's this show that I started watching on History Channel. It's just some island off the coast of Canada, Oak Island or something like that, and they say it's haunted or whatever, but there's supposed to be buried treasure.
Yeah, and
And-
everyone that goes on that, you can tell it.
Yeah, so a bunch of people have died there trying to dig it up. But what I didn't know, because like I watched the show and they're doing all these stupid fucking methods to dig up the gold. They're like have to drill small holes down into the ground to try and see if they see anything. I'm like, why don't they just bring in an excavator and
Right.
dig the shit up? Well, come to find out that they're under like 4 or 5 like guidelines from archaeologists saying they're not allowed to dig up the dirt because it could fuck up history, like historical items. Even though
So
it's
like
not-
scraping, there could be certain things that are in
Yeah.
there.
Hey,
Well, they
thanks
bring-
for the $1, Still City Gaming.
Hey, thank you, Steel
I
City.
think it says $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
But
thank you.
why don't they just bring in like the people that fucking excavate dinosaur bones? Like they seem pretty good at like getting down and like not screwing anything up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was just reading a whole bunch of reports. I'm like, they own the property. They've spent like, it was like $200,000 or $300,000 trying to get this stuff up, and they've only found like 10 things that are historical.
Yeah.
I guess you could say they haven't found really any gold, anything that's like, you know, oh, this is worth, you know, millions of dollars. Nothing.
I feel like we probably have some sort of technology that can like give us a better understanding what's down there. So
You
I don't
would
know if that's
think.
what they were using with the cameras. But if you go down and you drill these holes and you put your camera and everything, if there's nothing from that says there's something there, you can dig that shit.
Right.
Like,
you would think.
yeah.
Because if you could dig one small area and then just start slowly carving it out,
Mhm.
you would think you'd be able to appease the archaeologist group that's like making you follow these guidelines.
It's weird too because you would think that the archaeologist would want to find something, so it
Right.
would make it easier.
Right?
Yeah.
They're like, we don't want to damage. And it's like, oh, what are we talking about? Have you ever heard of Oak Island, Michael Scott?
Tons of people have died there.
Yeah.
Like
So when are we going?
because in the one, did you hear about the one
Back on
hole?
bags.
It was releasing poisonous gas in
Yeah.
the bottom of the hole. So there was like a dad and 2 brothers or 2 sons, and the one kid was they were like our age, but or older, I don't know. But the one son was down in there, and then the other brother saw him passed out in the bottom of the hole. So he went down there to save him. The gas got him. He passed out, and then the dad saw them, went down there, and then he passed out, and they all died. So like tons of people have died trying to get the treasure there.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Super brutal. Like,
Maybe bring in some experts with gas or something. I don't know.
Well, like yeah, they don't like all this random shit keeps killing these people.
well, the other thing that blows my mind though is the dudes who are running it are just like some rich ass guys, and you could tell they don't know a fucking thing about trying to dig stuff up.
Yeah.
They just seem like they have the money to, not actually the knowledge. So before we started, you were telling us about Jordan. You were telling us about music, and you're making some music. What originally got you into?
So I grew up in California, and you know it's a big music scene out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much just grew up listening to music, and that was like my getaway from life, you know. And whenever I needed to deal with something, I was always either writing music, or I was listening to music, or, you know, just all that. So it kind of just got me into it from an emotional standpoint, because
Right.
it really just helped me cope with everything. And, you know, my mom was heavily into drugs growing up, and my dad lived here in Utah at the time. Well, still does, but... And so it was just really hard, and my stepdad was abusive, and I was always I'm the oldest, but I was always the child that my mom kind of was just like, meh, I don't really care, you know. So I just kind of did my thing, and music really just helped me get through really every situation.
Your escape.
You know, and it taught me a lot too.
I bet.
Music's taught me a lot of maturity and, you know, how to control myself in a lot of different situations. And so, you know, I pretty much owe my life to a lot of people that make music. And I'd like to be able to say I can have that same effect on other people with my music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are like, you know, I make music and, you know, I make millions of dollars. Well, I want to make music and I want to make millions of people happy.
Yeah.
That's so like refreshing to hear. Because like that's all you hear now is like you get these guys, and I don't want to bash on any rappers because I respect the hustle, but like you get them and it's all about, you know, getting the most expensive clothes, getting the most expensive cars, you know.
Having the baddest bitch.
Yeah.
You know, like it's nothing about like what it actually means to give back. Like, you know, Drake did his God's Plan video and gave back $1 million. The entire budget for that music video, he gave it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd do that exact same thing.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, that was
I feel
so
like
cool.
a lot of
If I'm worth $100 million, what's $1 million?
Nothing.
And the fact that I just made 50 to 1,000 people's day just by walking into a grocery store or paying for somebody's college or helping, you know, mothers and daughters out that are in need of money living in a home.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Well, it's the domino effect too. Like, you know, the more people you start helping out, maybe like that one time you go and buy someone, or let's say you pay for someone's college. Maybe that will get that person in a position of power to be able to help out 100 more people, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like a domino effect of helping. And it's refreshing to hear someone come in and actually say, like, it's not about the fucking money. It's about helping.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'd love to make $100 million.
Absolutely.
You know? I'd love to be able to say I took care of my mom, I took care of my dad, I took care of my family, my kids are going to be set for life.
Absolutely.
I don't have to have money problems in my life. I'd love to be able to say that, but that's not what it's about.
No.
You know, when you get to that point, most people just struck lucky. You know, you had the right people sharing your music. You had the right people sponsoring you. It's all about connections.
Right.
And so most of those people have the right connections, and you can have the worst taste in music. You know, you can make the trashiest album of the year, and you can still walk away with $20 million from it just because somebody will play you on a radio, you know, somebody downloads you because there was so much hype behind you that you know, get 20 million streams. The next thing you know, you made a crap ton of money. Might not have been good streams. People might have, you know, one-starred your song, but you're still getting money off of it, so why does it matter?
Publicity's publicity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I
don't know.
What would you say, like, do you think you have, like, a unique style, or would you, like, music that you've listened to, has it impacted you to have, like, a certain style?
So, I get, like, I've played my music for, you know, a lot of people, actually. And I've had people that are like, you know, whenever I listen to you, I think of Eminem or Nas or, you know, like, I had one guy that actually tried comparing me to, like, a young Busta Rhymes, just in, like, the emotion.
Right.
I was like...
That's not bad, though.
I was like...
Straight, like, folks,
I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take that any day, right? Like, that...
Well, that's great. That's also refreshing, because now a lot of... you know, new age people you hear that's like, they sound like Jeezy, the 50th Jeezy to come out, or the 50th mumble rapper to come out.
Yeah, and I hate that shit. So the thing that pisses me off about new age music is the 808 tick. I fucking hate it. I hate it so much that every time I hear a song, you can be one of the best rappers in the world. As soon as I hear that 808 tick, I turn it off. I don't give a shit. It drives me absolutely crazy. Because back in the day, the 808 was a...
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck is going on?
It's just a different, like, style, though. Like, because these people are probably trying not to be like all the other rap artists. So they're probably trying so hard not to be like that. So they discover this whole different genre.
And it's crazy because
like it makes some money and it.
Yeah, and I respect the part that they're going in and they're putting in work. Granted, I feel like some of them just kind of push shit out.
Yeah.
You get like the Migos and this Lil Uzi Vert and shit like that, and they're dropping albums every like 6 months.
Yeah.
You never heard of anybody dropping albums every 6 months, and it's because they go in, they repeat themselves over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then they make a fuck ton of money off of it because it's just a turn-up song, and people listen to it for the beat, not the actual
Good
lyrics.
party club.
Yeah.
And radios eat it up because all the kids are listening to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just like a subgenre of like hip hop
really
and stuff.
is.
So like, I feel like you can't get mad that like someone's just creating something different because it is just.
Well, now
It's
they
a
all
different
use the
thing,
same
and-
thing though. They're all doing the same.
Yeah, so it's basically, it hasn't even really become it went past the subgenre now. Now it's like when you think of new age hip hop, that's what you think of. So that basically is new age hip hop, and real music that was mainstream back in the early 2000s that had real meaning to it is now considered underground.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like
They call them old heads and shit.
yeah, it's like how is that underground when I'd much rather listen to underground if that's what it is. Fuck it.
Well, and who do you think was like the first? Yeah, Michael Scott. Oh, how can I listen to one of your songs? Is there anywhere we can find it if we wanted to, or is it all pretty locked up right now?
So right now it's pretty locked up, but I am actually in the middle of working on a mixtape for my mom's wedding.
Oh.
My mom's getting married at the end of April, and I'm putting something together for her for that because I, didn't know how else I could give her a gift, and I figured what more than actually something that she could hold on to forever.
Right.
And so that one I will be uploading to like YouTube and SoundCloud and stuff, but that won't be until probably around April time.
Still.
Just because I'm still working on it. It's very small. There's only like 5 or 6 songs that's going to be on it because I really only have like a 30-minute window to perform at my mom's wedding.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be over the top long, but I also want it to have, because I want to have a song for my mom, I want to have a song for my stepdad, and I want to have a song for both of them, and then I'm going to have like an outro that's just me and all my brothers pretty much just in there just talking. It's not even going to be an actual song, more than just, me, saying, what I have to say, and then my little brother, jumping on and saying what he has to say.
Right.
Just like
And,
shout out and
yeah,
stuff.
and just kind of saying, like, thank you for actually being there for us and giving us food, even though we didn't have any money, and, when rent was due and you didn't have the money, you'd still go out and you'd buy us things that we needed because we needed that to succeed, and you still put us before you. And so I just, I feel like it's something that I really wanted to do, and so I just kind of went for it.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I'm pretty excited about it. I know when I told my mom, she wasn't super happy about it because she was like, there's gonna be it's a wedding, there's gonna be like 300 people there,
Right.
and I don't really want there to be like a lot of cuss words there. And I was like,
Understandable.
gotcha. So I won't say any cuss words. And she was like, all right, cool then. I was like, all right, well, that's settled. So
Now, yeah, and then I think that's awesome, like a good present too, because like it does have passion to it.
yeah,
Because everyone could go buy like, typical wedding gifts, but it's something that like
Unique.
you created.
yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
something that I made. It came from my heart. It's irreplaceable at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, unique.
So.
Yeah, that's dope.
And and then also, I'm also I've been working on a mixtape now for the last about year, and I'm about halfway done with that. I've spent a lot of time on this. I think because it's 17 songs, and I've rewritten every single one of those songs now probably 300 times.
Oh wow.
I'm just one of those people where I'm just really a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'll go through and I'll read one thing where one syllable could be off by a millisecond. When I'm just, like, reading it in my head or something. And I'll go back and I'll rewrite that entire line till I get it perfectly right.
Right.
And so for me, it's... And the worst part is, I think about it, is I'm such a perfectionist at it that it actually makes me happy to go back and redo it. Most people are like, okay, that was good 20 times ago. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. It can be better.
Yeah.
It can always be better. It can be better. Or I can use a bigger word instead of saying that. I can, expand it and so I
Add
don't know.
more depth to it.
Yeah.
Because like I've read people who do that. Like I think that's how good music's created. But like, you might go back and read through like 2 bars and like, oh, it sounds pretty good. But then like, if you don't, when you revisit it like 3-4 weeks later, like, maybe it doesn't sound good. Maybe I was just hyped up at that point, you know?
Yeah. And
do you keep all your original drafts and everything?
Sometimes, because like I know
I would suggest keeping those.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had one where like, so I went on to like a radio show with a friend of mine about a year or 2 ago, and we were just sitting there bullshitting, you know, and he was like, all right, now I want to hear one of your songs, like and at the time that's, you know, before I was having all that, you know, copyright problems and everything. And so I was just like, yeah, sure, fuck it. So I just like, you know, handed in my USB and I was just like, plug it in and go for it, you know, all the instrumentals are on there.
Radio show, like, yeah.
And so I was just like, fuck it, like I'll just go for it. And I remember I had just finished, you know, the first song, and he was like, do you have like the lyrics to it still? And I was like, no, I don't. And he pretty much said the exact same thing. He was like, you should probably keep the lyrics to that just in case. Yeah. He's like, because you never know what could happen. You never know, you know, your USB could get screwed up, or your computer drive, you know, could just crash.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And so
I was thinking, like, if you get to a point where, like, you change it so much, you might eventually think, maybe something 15 times ago is better than that. So,
yeah.
And you could also use some of the stuff that you've changed in other things that you might want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I've used that a lot. There's been a couple songs where like I've taken like a line and I'll have it in one song and then I'll start writing another song and I'm like, actually I feel like this would go really good here and then I'll, you know, create a different one over here. And, you know, there's been times where I'm writing 5 or 6 songs at a time. You know, I'll go through and I'll write a line here and then I might jump down to here and do it over on this song. And I might jump back up and do a couple lines here, or, you know, sometimes I'll just stand up at my mic and I'll just close my eyes and I'll just freestyle off my head.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, I'll just go for it, and then I'll just take whatever I just said and I'll just go write it down real quick. But then I'll go and revise it and make sure it's actually what I want it to say. Yeah. Or maybe it doesn't go right with the beat, so maybe I might take exactly what I just said but make it shorter or a little bit longer so that it fits with, you know, the drop or whatever. So,
right.
You know, and I take a lot of pride in my music, and so I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't really put a lot of songs out lately too, is because one of my biggest fears, and it's not really like a bad fear, but one of my biggest fears is criticism, and I welcome it.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, I also hate criticism for the simple fact that I grew up getting criticized on everything I did by my mom. And so criticism to me is a lot more than just like, hey, you know, this sucked.
Yeah.
It was more of like, hey, this sucks, you're a piece of shit, why are you my son?
Yeah.
You know, so it was like,
fuck.
So for me, it's like, you know, criticism has a whole different meaning to me.
Yeah.
And I really take it to heart. And so that's when I really start getting focused when I take criticism. And it's a good thing for me, but it also sometimes can mess with my head and overthink everything.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the other things. So I was talking to a producer, and he was like, you know, there's always going to be people that hate your music, and you might have 100 people over here that hate your music, and you might have 1,000 people over here that love your music. Yeah. And then you might have, you know, 10 people over here that their favorite song is someone else's least favorite song, and vice versa. And he was like, so don't make music for them, make music for you. Let them come to you. You'll find your way. There's always going to be people. And so when I really started thinking about that, and I really, you know, sat down and I thought about it, and I realized, you know, this isn't, you know, really for other people. This is my escape. This is how I express myself. Right. You know, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. That's the bottom line. Yeah, like
exactly.
If you love what you're doing, and that's the thing too, is what you're saying, like there might be, you know, 1,000 people who like it but 100 people who don't. The 100 people who don't are the more vocal.
Yeah.
You know,
we get it on here.
Yeah, we get it all the time on Twitch chat. Like we'll have like Salty Frank, what's up? How you doing tonight? Always love you. And we have guys like Salty Frank and Michael Scott who come in every night and like they talk to us, and they're like almost they're friends at this point.
Yeah.
But then we'll get some cunt that comes in. He's all like, "Oh, what was last night?" I was like, "Who's the fat ass? Who's the cocaine addict? Who's the ugly kid? And who's the terrorist or something like that?" It's like, all right,
joke's over. Go back to fucking yourself.
Right, exactly. Like, oh, solid one, bud. Yeah, like it's just the vocal minority are always the worst.
We get it. We'll probably get it tonight.
Yeah.
But it always happens.
Shout out to Birdie Bird.
That's
my
my
boy
boy.
Blue Straw Hat.
It's my buddy Bovice.
Oh, what's up, Bovice? What's up, Straw Hat? Love it.
Is Aaron? Are you still here, Aaron? He was here earlier. He's makes music too, and he has a SoundCloud song with 780,000
No,
plays.
broke
on.
$1 million.
Oh, broke 1 million.
Yeah.
I actually listened to
That's
that
cool.
because you guys shared it. Or
Yeah.
whatever, and I was like, damn, they broke 1 million because I know those dudes, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll give it a listen. Not a fan.
Yeah, like
You know, I don't really like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know, the auto tune and the shitty.
that's what that's what they were
beats.
talking about. That they didn't want to do that, and they're like, let's try it, see what happens. And so they made the trap beat with the auto tune, and they got 1 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad how that actually works, because it's like you'll get some people like I've gone on SoundCloud and just looked up like the most like recent people who have added music, and it'll be like 2 hours ago this person uploaded this song,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go in and they maybe have like 7 views, and they straight destroyed that song. And it's like, damn, I want to collab with that guy, and then you go in and you see this other guy who's getting like 20 million views on his song, and you go in and all he's saying is yeah, chance, Brett, ice, and you're like, what are you fucking saying? Like, you just sound like a retard.
Do you think there's a point though now where like I think that maybe the younger generation, like the kids who now are like 12, 13, 14, 15, just don't have appreciation for deep rap music, like music that has a meaning, and they just love the idea of being able to sit back, put their headphones on, and like rap to the music with them. Like, because everyone could say Gucci gang, my bitch love do cocaine. Like, everyone in the world can say that.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you listen to something like old school Eminem or Nas,
Atmosphere,
Kendrick Lamar, like guys like that,
Atmosphere, man.
there's meanings behind their music. It's not just
Well, and the fact that if you want to learn a song like that from one of those people, you really have to sit and listen to it. And you can listen to a song 1,000 times and completely dissect every word, and every time you listen to it, you can find a whole new meaning to every line that they're saying.
Exactly.
And relate to it in every different way. In new music, you can't do that. You go through and it's like, cool, you did cocaine last night. I've never done cocaine. What's that like?
Sounds like you're having a good time.
That's cool. Oh, you just spent $200,000 on a new Ferrari. Guess what? I probably won't accumulate $200,000 in my life.
Right, exactly. So it's just, maybe people just like the non-relatable stuff. Maybe they don't.
That's why they wrote
them
that
dreaming
song.
of fucking
They're
this
just like,
life they'll
fuck
never
it.
have.
Let's just produce some awesome trap beat and then auto-tune ourselves, and then it'll be a huge hit. And what do you know? They got over 1 million fucking views or listens or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, and like Chandler involved in this like situation, but we've always talked about like doing something like this podcast. Like, we used to go over, we had a house over in West Bountiful, and we used to all come over and we would just sit there and talk until like
Just call it the Pharaoh's Lounge.
Yeah,
we
the
get
Pharaoh's
a hookah
Lounge.
up. We get like
And then we
12
had
people. We'd have a list of topics, and we'd go through and we'd have some serious fucking debates about it.
We had the
Eating-
room for it just at Woods Cross with like 4 couches and a room like this size.
And we would we would honestly,
if we would have recorded those, I really feel like this podcast would be something completely different because and blown up by this point, because those were some of the best nights of my entire life,
and they were like tears were shed, like
it was some serious
I think
shit.
some people got mad some nights, like it was just,
and we always had a rule, like everyone would have to hug it out at the end, just to make sure there was no hard feelings besides like these debates and stuff, because we get into some real serious stuff, and we would like break it down and things, and like it wouldn't even have to be like a specific hot topic. It'd be just someone like having a hard time in their life, and they would need help, so they'd come and they'd talk about it, and then we'd give them the most honest advice they've probably ever gotten in their entire life.
You're a dumb cunt.
Stop being a dumb cunt.
Those
Pharaoh's Lounge, dead in 2 years. Congratulations.
Right, exactly.
Those were some of the best nights ever, though. Those Pharaoh's Lounges,
it was
crazy. I wish we could get like that original crew on here.
That'd be the
one time
and fun shit.
Or if we had that notebook of all those topics we talked about.
I have it somewhere in my house.
Oh shit,
has to be, because it's like 3 pages long as shit.
Yeah, We came up with a lot of stuff to talk about on there.
Yeah, but we were in the same idea. Like, you know, our original plan was we weren't even going to Twitch stream. We weren't
doing any of this.
We just wanted to make like a YouTube video a week, like a podcast, and just see what happens. And it's growing a lot faster than we ever thought it was going to grow. And same thing, like, people don't like it. You don't like it. But it seems like
yourself.
Yeah, it seems like we get a lot of people who come in, and I'd like to think that people are enjoying it. And I like to think that maybe there's a couple people that, you know, maybe we touch on a subject that's close to them, and maybe it helps them through something.
Oh, exactly. You know,
you never know.
A lot of people feel like they might be alone with something, but they have no idea how many people are thinking the same fucking thing. Because I used to feel that way, where I was like, I'm the only one dealing with this. Then I would talk to you or someone else and like actually express myself how I was feeling stuff, and then I'd be like, oh, okay, I am not alone with this at all.
Yeah, not to get morbid, but like last time Chandler was on, I brought, like, we both worked in collections for different companies, and collection is just,
it takes your soul.
It takes your soul. But I told Chandler, I'm like, there was days where I was driving to work and I just wish I'd get in a car crash because I didn't want to go. And Chandler's like, yeah, same thing. Like,
or there's times where like I'm driving with my brother and I'm like, I could jerk that wheel and this is done.
Right.
Like, no more.
Yeah, don't have to go.
One action. Yeah.
Don't have to go.
One action and I'm
fucking.
Yeah, I'm done here.
One action
and then
I'm free.
Right.
Yeah, and like the last time I was on here, I was crazy depressed, and I kind of feel bad because like I was just this depressed person on this podcast and everything. But like after that, like I started working with Tayler. Huge shout out to you, because that definitely changed my life. Because I am way happier working there than I've been in a long time. And then Wes also has gotten me out of my house more. Like, we've been working out stuff for us, my other brother, and just a different job that I don't completely hate every fucking second of it.
Right.
And then getting out of the house a little bit more, working out with these guys. It's changed my life so much. Like, I'm completely happy now, and I have no fucking problems, where these few things just drastically change everything. And yeah, so like, you never know what one person's fucking dealing with, and how these little things could change stuff.
All it takes is who you surround yourself with, too.
Absolutely.
You know, you can surround yourself with the most positive people, and you'll have a happy life.
Yeah.
But you start surrounding yourself with all these negative ass people who, you know, every time one little inconvenience happens to them, and they're like, oh my god, my life sucks, I should kill myself.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And you're like, no. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. You had one small thing happen to you, it's not the end of the world. 10 seconds of your 24-hour day does not make a bad day. I'm sorry.
And I know a lot of people like that. They dwell on some little, like, oh, I was driving home from work and someone cut me off, and now I'm fucking pissed all night long.
I can like,
me too.
I have a hard.
I know people.
Like, 'cause there's certain things that like one little thing can kind of trigger like this mood or like this mental thought where like I'm perfectly happy, like, and like just that call center, like I could be perfectly happy having the greatest day of my life, and then just one person would put me in this mood that no matter what I fucking said or thought about or did could not get me out of it. So I kind of understand like those people, where it's like I never wanted that, and like I tried everything I could to get out of it, but once, with me at least, once I got on that other thought process,
it's just a train and
you can't
avalanche
fucking,
of
like,
every other thought.
anything I fucking did, like, and I realized too, because I'm a pretty self-aware person, like, I knew that like nothing was wrong, like, why the fuck are you feeling this way? And it would frustrate the hell out of me. So I kind of understand that it's just once that like one little thing triggers like this fucking hurricane of emotions, like it's hard to fucking dig yourself out of that and stuff. So yeah, it's just hard, because especially with people, you never know like their thought process, what they've dealt with, what they're going through. So it's just hard to. And stuff like that.
Well, Michael Scott, so refreshing to hear people appreciate real rap and say real shit about trash mainstream rap. It's rough.
I know when the Migos 2 Culture 2 album dropped, everybody was all hyped about it, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a listen, I'll see what the hype is about. You know, I haven't listened to these guys since like 2013 when they dropped, you know, one of their last albums before they became big, and he's like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. I couldn't even get 2 songs into it. I listened to the first song, second song came on. I was
a bunch of random words.
It was like 30 seconds in, and I was just like, "What the fuck are you saying? What is this?"
Have you seen any of those videos where people go through and take out
white folks?
any words that are repeated?
Yeah,
and then they like cuts it down to like 30 seconds.
Yeah, Gucci Gang was like 30-second song, and you're like, "Okay, so you suck. Way to have talent,
right?"
Anybody can repeat themselves.
People bottle up their stress, and eventually that bottle explodes. Absolutely. More people just need... I know it's hard for people to open it up, but if more people knew they could open up somewhere, it would help. What's up, Game Over Talk Show?
I feel like those people just need to find someone that they are comfortable with opening up to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where they realize that like they're not going to get judged off that.
And then the truest name that's ever come into our chat, white folks love smoothies. I mean, do any of us not like smoothies?
I love smoothies, but lactose intolerant keeps me from having them.
Right. No, that's a good
so,
point.
I can have them.
To have them.
I can have them. I just get like a 40-minute stomach ache and then a massive shit leg.
Yeah.
And that sums up my name.
That's a great name, though. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, no, and I think also that a lot of people might not be able to find their outlet. Like, you found music.
Yeah.
But maybe some people just, like, have tried so many things and are unable to find an outlet that they can just go to and, like... You know.
Or don't give it enough time to fully develop.
Well, and really anything could be an outlet. You
Yeah.
know? Anything. You know? Playing video games can be an outlet for crying out loud.
Absolutely. It was mine for a while.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like...
mine currently.
Like Beaver Hole 69.
I play video games constantly. I work on music. I was big into basketball back in the day.
Yeah.
And those were my 3 outlets my whole life. Was, you know, video games, basketball, and music. Those are the 3 things I always did all the time. You know, I can't remember a time when I was younger where I wasn't doing one of those 3 things.
Absolutely.
My outlet was always artwork, but like 2 years ago, when I first started to use that as an outlet, my shit was awful. Like, just straight up, just some straight up garbage. And then, like, I just kind of stuck with it, and it's gotten a lot better over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I still don't feel comfortable, like, thinking it's good enough, because I feel like you and I might have, like, a similar basis where we might not ever think something's good enough.
Yeah, you can redo it 1,000 times over.
Because I'm a perfectionist with it too.
And no matter how close you get it to being perfect, it'll never be perfect.
Yeah, because a lot of my stuff, like I'll be like just loving everything, and then I get to like 75% finish, and I'll fuck up a little bit, and then I'm like.
And the whole thing's ruined.
Yeah,
and you
the
have
whole
to
thing's
restart.
just done.
And then maybe you get 20% in on the second try, and you fuck something up, and you're like, well, god damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, so like when you were saying like all that stuff about you being like perfectionist, I was like, I can relate to that quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
When
it's hard
talk to you on Planet
doing stuff that like hasn't ever been done before.
Oh yeah.
Like unique stuff. It's killer.
When you were explaining that, the perfectionist thing, it reminded me a lot of him. Like last week we were talking about his artwork. And he's all like, it's just hard for me to put it out there because it's like other people tell me it's great, but then when I look at it, I know it's not the best I can do.
Because I look at other people's artwork that like inspires me, and I'm comparing mine to theirs.
Yeah, and then you realize, well, then you also have to take into consideration how long they've been doing it versus how long you've been doing it. So what might be great for you right now in your 2 years of doing it, someone else has been doing it for 40 years, and you're comparing yours to their 40 years.
Well, there was a thing I read of Pablo Picasso.
Yeah.
He was sitting at a cafe, and he was drawing something on like a napkin or something, and there was another a lady sitting by him, and he was like about to throw it away, and then she was like, "Hey, can I have that?" And then he was like, "Well, how much do you want to buy it for?" And he was about to throw it away, and she was like, "Well, you were about to throw it away. What do you mean? How much for it?" And she was like, "It took you 5 minutes to draw that." And then he's like, "No, it took me 73 years," or however old he was. It's like, "It took me 73 years to create this. It didn't take me 5 minutes. It took me my entire life to do this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that was interesting. I really like that.
Do you think, when did you decide that you wanted to like take your music and your writing to the next step, like to do a producer?
I was 13, 14, and at this time I was, getting heavy into drugs, and I was ditching school every day, and I was told that, you know, you'll never graduate, you'll never be anything.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be a piece of shit your whole life, and you're gonna be dead by the time you're 30 because you're a tweaker.
Cheers to that.
And I was like, all right, well, that's not the case though. And so I remember I spent maybe 3 hours standing in the mirror one day, and I just looked at myself and I was like, is this what I want to do? Is this really the path that I really want to fucking take today?
Yeah.
Like, I keep going down this path, and all I'm going to see myself do is, you know, constantly sit and regret.
Right.
And be like, well, if I would have done this differently, if I would have done that differently, well, no, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do it my way. And so I sat back, and I realized, you know what? What's something I'm really good at? And I was like, all right, well, I'm really good at basketball, and I'm really good at music. Which one would I like to pursue more? Well, I'd love to be able to play basketball professionally. But I also really love music. I was like, but which one's helped me the most?
Yeah.
Okay, well, music helped me more than basketball did, because music, I can listen to it 24/7.
Right.
You know, I don't have to have a basketball court or something to be able to play. And so music helped me more. And I was like, all right, well, I kind of lean towards that. But I still had basketball in the back of my mind. And so, you know, I still played basketball, and I was really good. And then I tore my Achilles my junior year during, tryouts. And the fucked up thing about it is all I had to do was show up for tryouts. I had a spot.
Right.
I didn't have to do anything else. I was just there fucking around.
Yeah.
And I tore my Achilles just on some other guy. I was going up for a rebound, and I came down, and I landed just right, and that ended it.
That sucks.
No more basketball for me.
Right.
And so during that, 8 months where I was on my downtime, where I couldn't really do any physical activity at all, I just wrote. Every time I got to the point to where I was writing like it was, part of my religion type thing. Like I'd just be sitting there and I'd write about the stupidest shit. Like I'd get so bored. I'd be sitting there and I'd write an entire song about a light switch. Just because I was that bored. Or like I'd be watching something on TV and like I'd sit there and I'd write an entire song about Fairly Odd Parents or just stupid shit, And I think that really helped me grow because it enabled me to be able to literally write and talk about anything in any song.
Right.
Any type of song, you bring it up, I pretty much can have at least something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like music and writing will make more of an impact than any sports career because eventually your body's just going to wear out. There's only so much you can do with your body until you get to that point, until you're like,
but your brain
I got arthritis everywhere.
Right.
Mine's the most powerful.
Exactly.
Yeah. Father Time's a motherfucker with the body, but if you're lucky, Father Time will keep your brain strong for a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Bert, I want to talk to you about your music. You did... You were in a band, and you did music for, how long? Still do, right? A little bit?
I guess so. I still play bass guitar, but, that's pretty much it. Like, I used to be in a band with my buddy Straw Hat. You saw him there. And,
who is that?
That's my friend Bovice. I don't know if you met him or not.
I haven't met him.
Me, Riley, and him, we used to be in that band, and it's always been a problem with the drummers. Every time we get a decent drummer, they start to just switch on to something else.
That's
the Aaron and Damien.
Yeah.
Always had that fucking problem.
Every people we know that have bands always have trouble with their drummers.
Yeah.
For real, I don't know if it's just that stereotype with drummers, but straight up, our last drummer, he just was like, I'm going to start playing hardcore music. So we were playing thrash metal for the longest time. And he was like, I want to start playing breakdowns and stuff. And, I want to get people at our crowd, they're going to start throwing their hands like this. And I'm just like, that's fucking retarded, I don't like any of that. I just want people to mosh and have a great time listening to our music.
That's so funny.
I didn't know you were in a band.
Oh, I was in a band for a long time.
I didn't know. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
I've been in a few, but... I guess the latest band I was in was called Descendicide, and we were really good. We had so much potential, and as you know, drummers.
Yeah, that's so funny. I was like, we trying to look at each other because everyone tells us they're drummers.
Because we have a friend. You remember Joel?
Yeah.
Back in high school, his older brother is an amazing fucking singer and guitarist.
He works at Murphy's Guitar.
Yeah, he can pretty much play like any fucking instrument, but he would always have fucking problems with drummers. Like they always would have like someone drop out or stuff. And like I'll have to show you some of his music now that
They almost opened for Hinder one time.
yeah.
They
If
do
you know, like it's not, but like they were, they do that hard
That's
rock.
something.
They do.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
any big
they're-
fucking name musician.
Their thing
I'll
is
fucking go for it, yeah.
right. Machine Guns and Roses, so they're like a Guns and
Oh
Roses.
yeah, that's what
like,
their new one is. Their Guns N' Roses cover or tribute band.
Oh.
I don't like Guns N' Roses either.
He's got a great voice though.
Yeah,
and
he's
he
talented.
fucking yeah, and like he had a problem with too because Chris, one of
Oh,
his
yeah.
like best friends too, was the fucking greatest guitar player. Like that guy could
He's
fucking
so
shred like
good.
no other. But he just was more interested in like a few other things and stuff. But and so he wasn't like super reliable. I don't think. But
And they had one. What was it? I can't remember what their. It wasn't their bass. One of them only wanted to play ballads. So they just have all these random problems. Like, I was like, damn, because yeah, they.
I
had
wish
some,
him and Graydon kind of got into it a little bit.
Graydon, their old band was the coolest.
Yeah.
But Graydon moved away.
More. Yeah.
Did you play many like events? I don't know what you want to call
Oh,
it.
definitely.
Oh, yeah,
We
we're
had
good,
shows
Vlad. How
at
you
least
doing?
a month. Like,
Really?
at least once a month, we were playing at the Avalon, the Outer Rim. What was the other one? The Circuit. And I don't know. We mainly just like switched between those, but like we never like went out of Utah or anything. But,
Yeah. But
like,
still,
we had so much potential too. Like our music was good. We knew we liked our music. Like we didn't have to change anything because we knew the people that listened to us really liked our shit.
right.
And fucking drummers,
Fucking
every
drummers.
single time.
It's so funny to hear that because that's how it said.
Hey, you remember the restring theory?
Yeah.
Aaron came up with like an easier way to restring your guitars.
It's like a restring kit. Like it
Yeah.
has like
I
all
have
the.
a- I
It's a
took-
kit, and then it folds open, and then it's like a guitar rest or something. I
that's
don't
a picture of like what it is. But the last time I saw him, like I wish I would have brought that up. I'm trying to find this old video of Aaron and Graydon just singing, and
I was trying to show you to see.
Graydon
if he
was
had
playing
any,
the harmonica,
had any music.
and he also used to make his own guitars. I don't know if he still does.
Oh yeah, he made.
His guitars were fucking dope.
Do you see the one I posted on Facebook? The skate deck guitars.
I
They made out of-
remember.
It was dope.
Was he doing that or? That's a picture of like a cut. He has a
That's
quite-
dope.
Yeah.
That is so.
I wonder
good.
when this
Yeah,
was.
He made some pretty fucking sweet guitars.
Yeah, because that's.
Or this was
Aaron.
the first one he did. I remember seeing this one.
I
But
know that dude.
You know him?
Like I don't know him personally, but like yeah, every time I'd go into Murphy's, he'd be the one at the
Yeah.
top desk.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
he works there.
yeah, that's Joel's older brother.
That's a trip.
Yeah. So you guys both being in music, do you guys dabble a lot in other types of music, or do you usually just stick with?
So I listen to a lot of other music, but I mostly stick with what I know for making music.
Right.
And like I'll produce songs for like, other genres, so like, maybe I'll go in and make, a pop song for someone else who might, be into that type of thing, and it might be just a quick cash grab
Right.
for me,
Right.
but like it's not something that I'm like, oh, that's what I want to do.
Right.
And so, but like I listen to a wide variety of music. I don't like country though.
No, I don't either.
Fucking
Fair
hate
enough.
country
I
music.
love everything but country, so I
I
can
fucking-
relate to that a
I know.
lot.
I've just recently listened to like 3 country songs. So.
Yeah, I fucking
You're
hate
good.
country music because like when I was growing up, that's like all my mom would listen to,
Oh,
and she
yeah.
would like force it on me,
Right.
and so I just grew to hate it, and but yeah, I mostly just stick to rap when it comes to making music, and then I'll listen to really anything. There's some days I'll have my moods where I'm sitting there listening to Metallica.
Right.
I'll have other moods where, maybe I want to listen to something a little softer, so some days I'll throw it back to like some old school, just like classic rock.
Right.
Or maybe some days I'll just get super heavy and go like Slayer and just
Yeah.
fucking thrash out at work,
Yeah.
And it just really depends on my mood for the day.
What about you?
I'm a little bit the same way. I listen to it all, but like with him, I'm in the same way that like some days you just want to listen to something heavy. Some days you want to listen to some good old fashioned.
I was gonna say like
rock.
last time you came
Yeah.
over, you listened to Beatles recently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
And I still like love
Me
the
too.
Beatles.
Who
but-
was it? Who's that country singer I showed you? He's like the country version of Steel Panther.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking
He's
about.
so funny.
And like all his songs are racist as fuck.
Well, they're
or-
not really racist.
No, not
Oh, maybe
different
not.
guy.
He was talking. He was like, they're like stereotypical for country. Like he was like, if there's a song that's like called Country Shit, and he's talking about like killing his neighbor's cat and fucking his family.
Yeah, just like filthy shit. Like it's country music, but it's making fun of country
Let's
music.
see if I can just find who he is.
But
Wheeler Walker
Do you
Jr.
want to listen to this song?
Yeah,
his brother was doing. Like he's got.
Oh,
a
you found a
pretty
song,
good,
right?
I just went to his video. On
I was like,
Facebook.
that's quick.
Like, he's got a pretty good fucking voice.
Salty Frank says drummers probably just hear the constant beat of the drum in their head. I know that drives me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
This is Aaron's song?
Well, this is one he just made at his house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't think I'm mad.
I don't know.
It's on Facebook.
Publicity.
So if you guys ever want someone that can sing like this on any of your songs,
It's a soft song. I've never heard him do soft.
yeah, that's what I was wondering too. I was like,
Nice man bun.
Yeah, he cut all his hair off. It's short now.
yeah. You see his workout challenge?
That's some of your music, Taylor.
It's not bad. It's just not something I consistently listen to.
Yeah.
Well, he's got like some other songs. Like this is one of the softest songs I've heard him do. Like you can just flick that down and check out some of his other ones that he has on there.
What's up, Deck You One?
I was hoping he had that video of him and Graydon with the harmonica. I don't know why I love
Do you care if I
harmonica
have
so
some
much.
music?
Yeah.
What nicotine is that super strong?
Kanye West drum cover.
He used to, when he got his wisdom teeth out, he was stuck inside, so he would just do drum covers. Because he was so bored, so he would just...
You would just do a bunch of drum covers. Hey, you know what?
Hell yeah.
Can't hate the hustle. But, interesting. We do have to talk over music, though, like, constantly.
Not his, though.
Yeah, because that's still a Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stop that one where I'm at.
I forgot. I was like,
He's
what?
pretty good though, or at least I like him.
Like, he sounds talented, but he kind of sounds like one of those, like, you know, I'm not, like, saying what he is, but, like, it sounds like one of those douchebags that picks up a guitar and is like, I can play a G chord. I can play a C
Yeah.
chord. You
Yeah.
know, and I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of that.
He's
but,
good
like,
at guitar,
if he plays
though.
other shit, that's cool, too.
He did.
Yeah.
He just was... Because he can just play every... Like, because he's been doing it since he was young. Like, what was he playing the one time? The mandolin? Because he
Yeah,
can just
mandolin.
play all these random instruments now.
I don't know like what kind of genre he's like
He's
wanting
just-
to get into. I don't even know if he's really doing a lot of stuff with music now.
No.
I'm not sure what he's into or.
I haven't seen a
What
lot
he's
of
doing.
people, like, in person play music, which sounds kind of weird, but I just never had the opportunity. He's probably one of the most talented, like, guitarists that I've seen in person. Like, he can actually...
He said because
Like you said, like, a lot of people can pick up and play just two or three chords and make it sound good. He can do a lot.
He was talking about that too, because he does like guitar lessons at Murphy's, and he's like, I'm so sick of playing Taylor Swift and just these people that want to come in and learn these songs.
It's like Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's Wonderwall.
I wanted to go in and do their thing. They were doing, like, a Valentine's special or whatever. If you buy a ukulele, you could learn a love song or something like that for Valentine's Day, so you could serenade your lover or whatever. It's like, I just want to learn how to play the fucking ukulele.
Right?
That'd be cool.
It's not too hard. It's only 4 strings, so you can learn
Yeah,
it pretty quick.
That's what they say about bass, too.
Oh, that's true.
Bass is just... I love bass because it's the backbone with the drums, you know?
I just love how much
Right.
shit everyone talks on the bass, though.
I know. You know what I got told is that all bass players look the same. Like, you know, bass players have like a big nose and fucking have long hair too. Like,
Like this one, it was like Volume 2, how to play. Or did you ever see that College Humor one? Learning guitar just good enough to get laid. And then it was like Volume 2, how to play bass and not get laid. Oh shit! What I do?
true though.
Do you have any crazy, like, stories from when you were at concerts?
Let me think. At the time, like when I was in my band playing concerts and shit, I never did a lot of drugs, so like I remember a lot of those concerts vividly, but there was nothing too crazy that happened. We played with a lot of good bands.
Yeah.
You remember Killbot?
Yeah.
They were a local band in
Yeah.
Salt Lake. We played with them probably 3 times, and they were there for just them.
Right.
But when they heard us come on, we were like 14, 15 years old at the time, and they'd be like, dude, these fucking little kids can throw down.
Right.
What is going on with this? And, that's where I thought, like, we were good, is because, like, at the time, people would see us and be like, they're so young, they're going to be so good when they're older. And now we're older, and it's like, all we do is drink and smoke pot. We don't do anything with our lives, but,
What did Trip do? Was he vocal?
He was lead guitar.
Lead
Then Straw Hat, who you saw in the chat, he was rhythm guitar and vocals.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
And at the time, he never wanted to sing. And we were like, no, you're just going to sing.
Yeah, you're just gonna sing.
Because, like, you're playing the rhythm guitar, and he had the best voice of us all. And, like, we could all sing, definitely. But he had the voice that was, like, kind of indifferent a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was going to make us stand out the most,
Yeah.
I believe. But...
Because I know who he is. I think I've met him maybe once, like, a long time ago. But I've never heard him sing.
Do you have any recordings or anything?
Oh, definitely. I could pull them up. I even have a rap song if you guys want to hear it.
You're damn right I want to hear
I
it.
just want to hear some of the stuff.
Did,
Because I didn't even know you were fucking in a band or anything.
Do you know?
Well, if you were doing it like 13, 14, that kind of makes sense because I didn't live in this area at the
Everyone
time.
knew. Like, I was like...
And that's what I love, too, is, like, we had so much, not publicity by any means, but, like, people that were around in our area knew that I and Riley were in a band.
Yeah.
And, they like to hear just the locals, the
Right.
little 13,
Do you
14-year-old
know who
kids.
Patrick O is?
Patrick who?
O? I don't want to say his last name.
Oh, yeah, his band is...
He just started back up. They do
I
alternative
don't
stuff.
think I
He
know
does like a lot of Doors covers.
yeah, if you can pull him up.
I can just type in his name if you want up here.
Yeah,
But-
they're starting to tour.
Their band
I
is
went to,
Fission-
like, one of
they have
his
Fission
concerts.
Breakers is their band.
I don't think I've heard of him.
They just barely got back together. Oh, look, it's them. Oh, they have a 25-minute showing.
No.
He went to high school with us.
But yeah, they're...
Yeah.
I didn't know many
Did you
people.
go to Winter
or-
Cross?
Yeah.
That's him. That's Patrick.
Oh, fuck yeah, I knew that kid.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to see his face.
He does.
I guess.
He has his voice when they do Doors covers. He sounds just like Van Morrison.
It's
I fucking
weird.
love the Doors.
Let's see if he does any. I don't know if he'll do any Van Morrison covers.
I got some of my band's videos on YouTube if you want to pull that up too.
Oh, hell yeah, let's pull it up.
Can I? I can just pull it up on the stream. So let me.
You know
this
what's
audio through
interesting?
here?
Do you
Yeah,
guys
will be.
know Nick S? I'll just pull it up. So what year did you graduate?
So I actually graduated in 2016.
2016.
Yeah, so
okay.
I've only been graduated for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
2 years,
okay,
something like
gotcha.
that.
Because I didn't know if you would have went to school with us, but you're 1 year.
Did you know any of my brothers? Cameron or Caden Acocks?
Caden, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, can you see if one of those
I
says
had basketball
TV?
class with one of them.
Do any of those say TV? Does it say LG something? What's it say?
Let's see.
Oh, like, that says LC.
Because I think this
Oh.
Am I looking
person
at the WD?
No, the one next
is
to
the
it.
only
Like
person out
what's
of
this
our
one?
school who's actually like...
That says LC43.
Big
Intel.
thing,
Oh shit! I'll scroll down here. I'll just do it, just so we can play through the
Holy
TV
shit.
instead.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Who?
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, he
what a
got so
trip.
fucking
So
big. Like,
he-
that was...
Yeah.
When I heard about that, I was like, the fuck, where'd
So
that
they
come
play
from?
reggae, and it's really fucking good. They had a day where they outsold Bob Marley.
Yeah.
What the
Where it was like
Yeah.
this, they were like on iTunes, they were like the second most like the second biggest group of reggae.
Yeah, and they tour all over the country now, and I think they're going worldwide with it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is Patrick. This one's.
I want to bring a song back from our first EP, The Trees.
I just want to hear him sing. I'll have to shout him out.
I could probably get him on here.
Oh, yeah.
Bring him.
It was
He's in the area.
Well, one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me was
But yeah,
when I
it's-
went to Texas
Mhm.
with everybody. We were just working one day, and he shows he walks to the door. We're like, Patrick, what the
Was
fuck?
that going through your headphones too?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
He just randomly showed up and started
He's such
working.
a chill dude. I love
him.
Patrick so
He's a
much.
great guy.
Oh, did you want me to look up yours, Taylor? Is it
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
YouTube?
if you want to.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, type in
Do you want me?
EXI.
Here, I'll show it on stream.
Yeah,
Give me
it's
some.
not copyrighted or nothing. So it was just us. I was probably 13 at the time. Those dudes were like 14 and 15. I've always been the youngest of the crew.
Yeah.
Grown into the young man that I am today. I'm barely a man, dude. I
If
don't have any
Firefox
facial
pops up,
hair.
Yeah, I can't grow it.
This is all I got.
Yeah, I grow it kind of here, and that's it.
I can
Mine's
just
super
grow
patchy and
sideburns.
everything, so like I have a hard time trying to grow out mine.
Yeah.
Because like underneath it's pretty patchy and stuff. I've been like now I'm just like
Well, that's not gonna pop up.
I'm
We'll
like
we'll just
growing
play
no
it for
matter
the stream.
what,
I don't know
and
if
what comes
video's
out,
gonna
we'll
pop
see.
up. What's
Yeah.
a
EXI,
EXI?
LA.
Like one word?
Oh, yeah. TOR. Excelator. And, oh, fuck. That is not what I was expecting. Escalators. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Either, there's me right there on the bass.
I was
on,
like, wow, you're
Master
on a
Before.
short hair on an escalator. Which one should I do?
Do the 2008 Excelator Master Before, or Killing Death.
Which one? Master Before?
God, 9 years ago it got posted on YouTube.
Hell yeah, dude. That's me in the green.
Look how young you are.
The quality kind of sounds like shit, but...
It was 9
it
years
was
ago.
9 years
Yeah,
ago.
exactly.
Fucking tag.
But yeah, that's Riley on the far end, and that's Bobo right in the middle. That's our
Yeah.
temporary drummer. This was the show that we played with Havoc. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Yeah.
But they were huge in Colorado. Now they're huge in general.
Yeah.
They're playing with like Megadeth and shit.
Right.
Oh shit.
But yeah, we played with Havoc this show.
You guys are so young.
Who's in the red?
Just
Red.
keep
Oh,
on.
that's people running up?
Oh, okay.
Damn, I haven't watched these in so long. I was like, oh damn, maybe I shouldn't have pulled this up or have you. That's alright though.
Does it give you the nostalgia?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. I miss these days so much. Oh yeah, doing the finger tapping. That shit was dope.
I've never seen this like in your live videos before. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, this song never had any lyrics. This was just an instrumental. And if you want to go to Killing Death, there you go. That'll have our
That's some crazy fucking guitar though.
Trip, dude. He can shred like no other.
Yeah.
Shit.
I love this song more than
I know you can't see the video. It won't let me. Oh.
Genocide, Jesus.
Alright, hold on, guys. I'll pull it up now. It was just not loading up before, so. I'll show you the video now.
Oh yeah, Jordan, do you produce your own produce the music as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I pretty much do it all. Right now I am
Oh.
in talks with a
Exit
guy
out this.
that's in Atlanta,
Oh, okay.
and
Thanks.
I'm thinking about getting buying maybe a beat or two off of him and using that.
Right.
But I mostly just try to do it myself. I like to just kind of go in and like sample I'll sample a lot of like Frank Sinatra songs, but then give it like a little bit of a hip hop
I
twist.
love
Right.
Frank Sinatra.
Dude, Frank Sinatra's my
He's
shit.
Yeah.
the man.
You should have Forrest make you a beat. Like I can pop out a beat in like 5 minutes. Is there any recordings of like I never want to hear them again, but like I was just wondering if anyone still had those videos
Which ones?
of the stuff we were doing at the 1500 house with
Yeah, they're somewhere.
like please never share those.
Except for the fact that James, when he raps, he sounds like 50 Cent.
Yeah,
It's
James,
weird.
like if we can show just that part, but like as far as Forrest and I go, like
It's all on my external hard drive down there.
yeah, let's leave that offline. I don't know.
You should have seen it. You should have seen it yesterday. There was
I
a.
love James's lyrics too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like I can write some serious shit.
Where was
Stuff
that
that-
at?
That was at the Outer Rim. I don't think that's a place anymore, but when that place was popping, it was popping.
Yeah, oh, I
Straight
bet.
up.
But
I'm fucking 14 too.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
14 years old. They'd pay us
Yeah.
$20 each. We'd be stoked. Like, all right, $20. We could get fucking dinner after this.
That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was, I guess I could probably say his name because he's big. Nick Safakis.
Yeah.
Making reggae music and killing the fucking game.
Yeah.
Good God.
Do you know, yesterday you should have seen it was so funny. This dude kept calling him Action Bronson. Was trying he kept telling Wesley to rap. He's like, spit that freestyle. I was like, Timmy Turner, put a beat on for him. And he just kept saying it.
Some guy was trolling. He's like, hey, roast him on the lyrics,
Yeah.
dude.
Some guy was like, hey, Action, roast those on the bars.
Yeah.
It was fucking
You should have
hilarious.
some new shirts and I try to copy the Action Bronson one.
I saw you. I was like, man, Wesley looking good today. This, yeah, and then I just did I like to skate one for him.
Oh yeah. I could probably repeat right now that whole fucking.
I'm gonna make a drink real quick.
Yeah. Did you make me one too?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to my cup. But
See, I'm always super jealous of like musically talented people because for some reason it just skipped over me. Like I can't play instruments, I can't sing,
How much James
I
you
can't rap. I can kind of write, but I've never like written anything and then like had someone do it who can rap. You know?
I've always been super interested in the piano.
Yeah.
Like
See, I love the piano.
Yeah.
I love the thought process behind it, and I love the melody it brings.
Oh yeah.
Do you want this?
I just love the
man.
slowness behind it,
Yeah.
and so it really is incredible when I can, like, my grandmother plays the piano and she is brilliant at it.
Oh wow.
I feel like if I learned how to play the piano, I could be really good at it. And like my mom knows how to play the piano, and when we were growing up, my older brother and sister were forced to learn how to play it, and then they got to me and like, okay, and I'm like, it is what it is.
I
Like,
don't care.
yeah, like I knew I didn't want to at the time, but like now I wish they would have fucking forced me to do it.
Yeah,
So
'cause
I like.
I let Salty Frank down.
What was I fighting?
I thought
Thinking of
the
something
I like
earlier.
the skate rap was a freestyle and I was incredibly impressed with it.
Yeah, I could repeat that whole fucking thing for you, and I could also tell you like
Wait.
the full fucking poem.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No,
I
out of
could-
effect.
Yeah,
Making a spook.
Forrest's poem about rim jobs. I know that off the top of my head, and I could like probably say it all right now.
The rim job poems.
Yeah.
You can say it if you want.
I'm try-
But I was
like,
gonna say,
let me like make sure like I fully have it.
Last night I was making last night just in case I ever got on the spot again. I was like, I need to write some lyrics down. I'll tell you what I wrote. I come fast like Mario Andretti. They call me a clown because on that bitch back I blew my confetti. Check out my mic, it's a blue Yeti. The internet. Wait, I'm on the internet and somebody touching my spaghetti.
Oh my god. You memed it. You memed way hard. Oh no. Yeah. Well, if he ever comes back,
Yeah.
that guy ever comes back, you're prepared. Freestyling's weird though.
I can't do it.
It's hard.
I used to be able to do it really well. I can kind of do it, but problem is like I usually only do it really well when I'm drunk or high. Because
Right.
like consciously I'm like not there. But when I'm sober, I overthink every little thing that goes through my head, and so I'll try to say one thing, and then it just comes out.
Right.
That's where the drunken high comes into play.
Exactly,
because then
because
you
it just
don't have to
calms me
overthink it.
down.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know.
I might be the same way because so there was a story I've told where a couple like me and like 5 or 6 friends we went camping and we got like super baked. Like people brought way too much weed and we smoked most of it. And Chandler was there, so he'll be able to attest to it. All I really remember from that night is we got super high and everyone was freestyling in this little tent, and it seemed like everyone was really good, but we were all super high. So who knows? We may have just been the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it might have just been a bunch of random garbage.
Yeah.
You know.
In the
And,
moment, though, I felt really
yeah.
cool.
I know
the story.
Kai, I saw him up at, last Saturday for Sean Carn's memorial
Yeah.
and for the candle lighting. And, me and him got to talking, and he was asking me how music was going and everything, and I kind of told him what was going on. And I remember it was super funny. It was like, he was telling me, you're the reason why back in the day I wanted to start writing music. He was like, but my anxiety won't let me. And so, like, I told him, I think I messaged him sometime during the week, and I was like, I was like, dude, like, don't worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
if you ever want to come over and, just, like, write, like, I'm always open. I love to do it. It's something I do anyways.
Yeah.
And, we can just sit there and shoot this shit and just go for it. And, one of the best ways that I've learned to get over it, because I used to have really bad stage fright when I was younger, which is crazy because, I used to always imagine myself in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
I'd get up in front of 20 people for like a school performance or some shit, and I'd just freeze, and I was like,
I'm the same way.
But
Yeah.
like, I finally got over it because I just was like, this is what I want to do. I can't let it stop me, whatever. And I remember, I think there was like 40 people, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. And so I performed, the first song I've ever recorded in my life.
Yeah.
I performed it in front of everybody. And I remember afterwards, I wasn't nervous. I felt like I could have been there for hours, and it would have just been fun.
Yeah.
The first couple minutes, it was a little nerve-wracking, and I wasn't really too sure about it, and I still had that like pre-game jitters. And then once I got into it, after that, I was just like, what, fuck it, let's just do it. I can stand up here all day. And one of my friends back in California, he used to write a lot of music. And one of the main reasons why he actually never pursued it is because he's like, I like to write. He's like, I never see myself actually performing it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not one of those people that would want to go out and actually do it. And so he told me that one of the ways that he learned, how to write music better and how to freestyle and all that was, he'd sit in a group of like, just kind of like this, and each person would say a word, and you just keep going with it. Or like you'd say a line, and then the next person would have to rhyme the next word with it.
Okay.
And you guys would just keep going until you guys made like 16 bars. So I could be like, I went to sleep tonight and I was drunk. And then you'd pop off with something that would rhyme with drunk.
Yeah.
You might pop off with something that either might rhyme with drunk,
Or rhyme with what he said.
or you might rhyme with what he said, or you can start a whole different syllable.
Yeah.
And, go from there and do everything the way you want to do it. And then the next person will do it off of him. And then I could rhyme with what you guys were rhyming off of, or I could create my own. And, you just keep going back and forth until, one person just kind of stops. And then you guys can't really think of anything. And so that's... And the thing is every time you go around, every time it's your turn, you want to make sure that you have something ready. And so it really makes you think about it. Because one person might be a really fast thinker and be able to get it like that. And then the next person, it might take them a little bit, but they could have really good, lyrics of what they're saying, but it might take them a little bit. And so it really pushes you to think.
Pen and paper.
Well, and
so I can remember.
I like to write fiction.
Yeah.
So, and I'm working on a book. Well, I don't want to say it's a book yet, but I got something in mind. I'm like 65 pages in.
Yeah.
But I did that on storyboards, kind of like a similar idea, but instead of it being live, like someone would start with 2 lines of a story. Next person would come in, write the next 2 lines, next 2 lines, next 2 lines, next 2 lines, and they would just go like, all of a sudden there's like 10 pages of this random story.
Yeah, and you have no idea really where it's going because you don't know if the next person's going to say some like off the wall shit. But then you just got to keep going with it.
Yeah, so very similar idea.
You're working on a book? Because I've been really thinking quite a bit recently about creating a comic book.
Oh, really?
With some of my drawings and stuff, and I've got a few decent ideas for like a story base. I don't know how to fucking come up with like a continuous like line and like story.
Yeah.
So like to fill all the artwork and story base, like the whole in between, because I could get like the major parts, but like the filler and stuff.
Yeah, the filler parts.
So you and I are gonna have to fucking get together and talk about that a little bit more.
I've put stuff like on Creepypasta before. Like I wrote a couple of scary stories.
Hell yeah.
They don't get any publicity, but like, just something like I always loved doing, like writing fiction. But
yeah,
you guys should give it a spin. Michael Scott. Oof.
What, freestyling?
Right now, like, just because, like, I could tell you Forrest whole poem, but like sometimes when like I'm saying it, I could like I'll miss like a certain section of it, so I want to write it down.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I'm like I've always been like one of your biggest fans of like some of the stuff you've done. So like, no, like obviously like you're my best friend. Like I've been a fan of a lot of stuff you fucking have done.
That's the only thing I can do.
This
is
fucking
write.
poem is the fucking greatest thing I've ever heard. If you want to get a rim job, so like,
Does
I
that,
like for some reason I just always remembered it. Like I liked it so much, like that I
and
fucking
rim jobs are
remembered it.
great.
Can I start,
so-
Taylor?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Thanks, Dan.
So-
So I'm gonna
Frank-
fucking sit here and write this, and then I'll tell everyone Forrest's greatest poem that
Salty
he
Frank
doesn't even
says,
fucking remember.
Does that almost always end up in a weird porno when you do that 2-line at a time with different groups? Not always, but like 80% of the time, yeah.
It's either like a weird porno or somehow you got into like a massacre.
Yeah, it would always end up being like you'll get some like really cool fiction stuff, and then someone will chime in and be like, and then he put his dick in her ass, and it's like, oh well, I guess we're going this route now.
And then he spit on it.
Right.
Thanks.
A true poet.
Hey, welcome back, Greens. Hey, Aaron.
We were talking about your song a
songs.
little bit earlier. He's the one who Grains was the one who has the 1 million hits on SoundCloud.
Oh, nice.
And here with the gold chain and hat, this is Jordon. He raps too.
Yeah. Do you have a stage name, I guess you could say, or do you just?
So, back when I lived in California, I got 2, and I haven't really decided because I had a lot of friends that used to call me Dre, and it's just because of my initials, because my initials are JRE.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people used to call me Dre, and the real problem I really have with it is for the simple fact that there's a lot of people with the name Dre in the rap game. You get, Andre 3000,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
Mac Dre, and it's like mine would be a little different because it'd be with a J.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be a little different, but at the same time, when people would hear it, I'd be getting a lot of comparisons to those people.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know. And then I had one friend where we were sitting there, we were baked out of our minds. And I just remember we were sitting up in the mountains and we were just bullshitting. And he was like, you still write music, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, drop a freestyle. And I remember I was so high. I was so confident. I remember I stood up for it, too. I pulled my pants down to where I was sagging because I, wanted to really get in the moment, And so, I really got into it. And he was like, yo, that's the truth. And I was like, I like that. And then, so we just spent the entire night just, brainstorming. And then we finally come up with it. We were like, yo, your name should be Truth, but, with a twist, So instead of it being UTH, it should be OOTH. So it's TROOTH. And I was
Okay.
like, I like that.
Yeah, hell
I
yeah.
like that too.
And so I was like, I like that a lot. And then I had one of my friends that was like, you should combine the 2 nicknames. So he's like, you should call yourself Dre Truth. And I was like, I don't know. So I'm really leaning towards Truth, but it's,
I like it.
Yeah.
So, and I like it because it's different.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's unique, and who the hell else is going to have
And
that?
it's something you can remember.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
cool.
and I think Dre Truth might come off as that's like your real life name,
Yeah.
So maybe people will start getting confused and they're like, oh, his name's Jordan. It's not actually Trey, Dre Truth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Truth though. I like how that sounds.
Yeah, me too.
I really like it. So I think that's where I'm leaning. It's been fun though. I have a lot of fun with it, and I'll have a lot of times where I'll just sit there and I won't even be writing. I won't be looking at my computer. I won't be doing nothing. I'll just be sitting there. Sometimes just looking up, and I'll just see myself just performing, and I'm like,
yeah.
it's not bad to dream.
No, absolutely not.
And so, I'll sit there and I'll just imagine, I sold out, Madison Square Garden one time in my dream. And I
Right.
was sitting there and, I remember, I woke up and I was legitimately crying because that's, on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, I woke up and I was legitimately crying because at the time I legit thought it was real when I was dreaming.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in my sleep I was probably going through the motions, I was... So...
You were just killing it. Everyone
Yeah.
was going crazy.
All these guys love the name Truth too.
Yeah.
What's up, Fluffy Doggo? Hello, Daddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's up, some fluffy doggo?
Drake, Truth, best name in my opinion. The ones you mentioned, cool
Yeah.
spelling. Love the name.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
No, we talk about that too. We're like, man, how fucking crazy would it be if Joe Rogan wanted us on his podcast one day?
Yeah.
That's the dream. I don't know what I would say to the guy. But
Want
Fuck,
to
man.
fight you, cuck? Just be a dick to him, cause I'm all uncomfortable. So I'm
You
like,
walk...
fuck
Second
you.
you walked in, I fucking hate you.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
you ever go outside and fight, bitch? It's he just looks at you oh wait, never mind. I'm kidding.
It's like, have you seen that? Do you know the hot ones?
yeah.
Spicy one. There was
Yeah.
an Asian dude. I can't remember what his name is. The Asian dude, and he was just being a dick to everyone. He's like, "Fuck you guys!" He's like, "I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm really sorry." He's like, "It's just really hot," and he shits his pants.
Oh yeah. Shit his pants.
Oh, that's great.
God damn it. How long do you want to shoot for? What are we at?
An hour 23.
You guys want to shoot for 2 hours and then see how it's going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Sweet.
I got all night. I'm just gonna go home and drink anyways. I don't really got a timeline on that.
Well, good, yeah. Me neither.
Yeah, we'll just go for like 2 hours and then see how we're at 2. We'll see how we're doing, and then.
All right.
Who are Jordan's favorite rappers?
So I mostly admire Eminem, Nas, younger days Logic, like when he was doing his mixtapes before he became mainstream. And I also really, really, really admire, like Mobb Deep. I
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Mobb Deep's really good. Wu-Tang's really good. Tribe Called Quest, brilliant.
Okay. Do you like the new album?
I haven't really listened to it.
That's good.
I think I listened to like 2 or 3 songs off of it.
Yeah.
And I think I was just streaming it at the time, so like I didn't want to use all my data.
Yeah.
And so like I went to go back to listen to it, and then I was like, yeah, I'll just listen to it later, and I just don't think
It's
I
good.
ever did. I'd love to go back and actually listen to it though, because now that you mention it,
It's good.
It was
I
actually
liked it.
something that I was.
I listened to it so much for a while.
Do you like KRS-One?
I
Like some of his stuff.
Yeah.
He was just here. That's why it
Yeah.
came to mind. I was like,
I'll
I'd love to
listen
have
to
seen
like.
him.
I really like Tech 9 as well. Tech 9's really good.
Yeah.
I'm not super into like the dark, gory that
Yeah.
he is, like kind of like the demonic, like
When
just.
he was doing
full,
the Juggalo stuff.
Yeah, and, but like I still love his music because I just think he was incredible.
Hey, welcome back, Gringo. Necro, Jeto Minds, Cage, Soul of Mischief.
I'll be honest with you, Gringo. I don't know any of those guys.
You don't know Jeto Mind Tricks?
Yeah, you don't know that?
Jedi Mind Tricks? What?
They're fucking tight.
He used to be
dude.
like Immortal Technique.
Immortal Technique.
And then they went to
They're the
Jedi
same-
Mind Tricks.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, those guys are the shit, dude.
I didn't realize. Okay.
Thoughts on Eminem Revival album?
Fucking terrible. Okay, let me put it this way: when everybody says Eminem was mainstream, and he was, but he's still mainstream no matter what. And don't get me wrong, his old shit was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But this new album, I could not fucking sit there and listen to it. The only song that was remotely decent
Your
was A
problem.
Rose.
You can read
And
that.
that's just
You want
because
me
it
to
was
read
so
it?
emotional
just
towards his
revise
daughters
it.
because he almost died on
And then I'll
pills.
read it for you.
Right.
And then he had the Chloroseptic remix that came out with 2 Chainz and Fresher. And I'm not going to lie, he murdered that song.
Right.
But the whole Revival album, I give it like 3. That was a 2. If that,
Right.
like Eminem on a trap beat, what the hell?
Right.
It was awful.
Or I'll just read it.
Right. Donovan Mitchell, oh my god, you guys see that? It's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Dude,
I
Donovan Mitchell
love
was a
Donovan Mitchell.
beast.
Yeah.
Killing it.
He's gonna leave, unfortunately.
I know, that's what I was
It's
saying.
the sad
Well,
truth.
You have
the
to
sad
pay him
part is
so much to
everybody
get him.
keeps saying that, but even Donovan Mitchell, he's like, I don't.
He loves
wanna
it here
leave.
in Utah.
Like he doesn't want to.
He grew up in Ogden.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to leave.
That's
He
what I'm saying.
loves
They're
it
gonna have to
here.
pay him so much though. Because I was talking about
Well,
Andre
fucking pay
Carol.
it, dude.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
talking about
shit.
Andre Karolinko when he was the highest paid athlete and he was on the Jazz. He wasn't even that good.
Yeah, when like Donovan Mitchell's just like.
Okay. Sorry, I'll check real quick.
Who do you like new age?
I forgot. About this.
I like NF. NF
You're
is
really amazed
like
that I
NF too.
remember the whole
NF is
thing.
really good. I love how every song has passion, and he still brings nasty songs
Right.
with clean lyrics.
Right.
I love that. I think it's brilliant. And, yeah, he's Christian,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't enforce that onto people. He's not like, not every song is like, oh, you need to be Christian if you want to listen to my music. Or,
Right.
you know,
I
everything
can't
like that.
believe
he
you,
just
man.
keeps it clean. He's like every other
I
rapper.
don't
He
know
just
how.
doesn't cuss.
Okay. Yeah,
And
I agree with
I
you.
really admire that.
It's cool. It's like it's.
I was thinking
Yeah,
of a
you don't
different
hear
one.
it
That's
anymore.
fucking hilarious.
What
That's
about-
even more
how about this?
impressive.
I'm gonna name off a
Remember
couple rappers. I want you to give me a rating out of 10.
All right.
Kendrick Lamar,
7.
J. Cole,
7.
Joey Badass.
8.5.
That's a person.
I really like
Yeah.
Joey Badass.
Oh,
I
jeez.
think he is very talented.
Okay. ASAP Rocky,
7.
2.
ASAP Ferg.
1.
It's like a 3.
I know
Yeah.
you're not asking me,
He's-
but
No, throw it
he's-
out there. I'm
he's
just curious.
terrible.
These aren't necessarily people
I
I
don't-
like, but I'm
yeah,
just
I don't know. Like ASAP Ferg, I don't like his voice.
Joey's really good, yeah.
yeah.
Joey's
Granger's
really,
a big fan of Joey.
Yeah, Joey's really good.
Absol.
Ooh, Absol's good.
I'm hit or miss.
Yeah.
I like
I
Absol.
like his like stuff he takes serious.
Okay.
I don't like his.
Yeah.
Chance the Rapper. Really?
2. I can't.
5.
Interesting.
Okay,
Whoa, wow.
Coloring Book
That's
was
he raised it lower than you.
Coloring Book was terrible. I hated that album. I could not sit there and listen to a single song off of it. I couldn't. I
Have you
tried.
ever because there's certain albums and stuff where I hate it the first time.
He's
Well,
a
yeah,
he's
but
an
then I
acid
listen to
rapper.
it again
That's
and,
why I like him.
Yeah,
I
same.
because even with Kendrick Lamar, his newest album or the older album, I didn't like the first time I listened it through.
Yeah,
But more I listened to it,
acid
the
rap.
more
Yeah,
I fucking
acid
loved
rap was fantastic.
Yeah.
But Coloring Book, I listened to it maybe 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And every time I thought less and less of it the more I listened to it. I was like, I just
Interesting.
don't like it.
Did you listen to Nerd's new album?
No, I haven't.
With this?
I was.
I can't remember which one I was thinking. I think I was thinking of
What
one of the
about some
school
mid
ones I
2000
wrote.
like
Like,
Ludacris?
Ludacris?
I don't remember. But no,
Yeah,
I remember
I
that
don't know.
I
night.
remember.
I feel like I feel like Ludacris was the guy
Luda.
who started out
Shake your money,
the,
make her like your money.
the repeating the chorus over and over and over again.
Over and
you think
over.
about it, I really feel like he's part of the thing that started this whole repeating yourself. I just
Like you have a short amount of bars in one section, repeat chorus, short amount of bars, repeat chorus.
Yeah.
And it's just mostly chorus for the song.
yeah, and the chorus isn't even that
It's just
well
catchy.
thought out.
Yeah.
It's just catchy, and I don't know.
Michael Scott, Tech Nine.
He
Love
said he
Tech
likes Tech
I
Nine. Yeah.
love Tech 9.
9.
9?
You like Tech Nine too?
Yeah.
I'll give him a 9 out of 10.
What about Hobson?
Hobson.
I'll give him an 8.
You like
Hobson's
Hobson?
a 9 for me.
I really like Hobson, but I feel like all the ones that he's been doing recently are just the same thing he did a while ago. Because he just came out with the
No
recent
Shame.
album. Yeah,
and
and I feel like his
Hey, thanks, Gringo. You're awesome, Gringo. We appreciate you. Thanks
Yeah.
for tuning
Thank
in.
you, Gringo.
Yeah.
Enjoy Netflix.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Continue.
so,
I was just shouting him out.
Hobson's No Shame album. I didn't mind it. I think the reason why I liked it is because his whole album was based on the fact that his baby mama false accused him of beating her and kicked him out of Australia and now won't let him see his kid. That whole album is based on that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I love that album is because there's so
Rapping
much
about some real shit.
raw emotion into it. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple songs on there that's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you say that? But Illmind to Hobson
Your
9.
boy's back.
Oh my god, he went in on that
Yeah,
song.
boy.
That song went just crazy.
Hey, Straw Hat. We were watching your video earlier.
Hey, but side note, I wrote down Forrest's poem about licking people's assholes.
Okay.
So I am gonna tell you this.
Poetic.
I'm kind of amazed that Forrest doesn't remember it, but I do. I don't know how I remember this because this was written maybe 2 years ago now.
When I was going to college, but I wasn't enrolled.
Yeah, there was a while where we had a few friends that had a dorm, and Forrest and I lived the college life.
Yeah, we
bullshit
were
classes and stuff.
we were at the dorms 90% of the time.
Yeah.
We slept there and stuff, but we weren't enrolled in classes.
Yeah, and we just hung out at the dorm.
So we gotta
all
live
the
the
time.
college life without actually the shit
All the
part.
bullshit.
That's what
you
I
know?
want to do.
Okay, but this is the poem. I don't know what you titled it or anything, but
I don't think I had a title.
yeah, maybe Rim Jobs is a good title. Alright. Your eyes are as beautiful as a winter sunset, and I'd place a hefty bet that you could toss a salad so majestically. So I must ask respectfully for you to lick my ass. Please, angel, don't say pass. Don't be oh so mean, just lick my cookie cutter till it's clean. Come on, sugar tits, do me this one favor. I swear it's not going to be that bad of a flavor. If not, I might have to hit her. Okay, that's not true, but I do love to get licked where I poo.
Oh man, haven't heard that
Greatest,
one in a while.
I don't know how I remember that whole fucking thing, but I don't know. Maybe I just loved it so much it just stayed in my mind.
Lick my cookie cutter till it's clean.
Oh man.
I fucking love that poem so much.
Oh god, that's funny as shit.
And that song is deep. All right, Kanye West.
Old
Three.
Kanye, 7. New Kanye, 1.
I fucking love Ye.
I hate new Kanye.
New Kanye.
Don't hate.
is
How can you hate thick Ye?
I'm all about the thickness. I just ain't all about. I didn't like the Yeezus or the.
I didn't like Yeezus.
Yeezus was. I don't know.
I liked the Life of Pablo, to be
I
honest.
didn't. At
See,
all.
there was a couple songs on Life of Pablo I liked,
Yeah.
but for the majority of the album. it
But like
just
the
was,
classic, like College Dropout. What's the other one? Like 2000
Graduation.
grad 2004 Kanye was dope.
No, it was
Yeah.
one.
And even God, what album is that?
Needs to be a dramatic reading with some atmospheric music playing in the background.
Right. Pablo was decent. I just.
Who else we got? Common? You guys like Common?
I haven't listened to enough Common to really.
Common was
I can't really.
thing. I met Common. What about Doom? MF Doom.
MF Doom? Yeah. I'll rate
I like
7.
Doom. I like Doom a lot. His son died, which is sad. I'm trying to think of just like underground shit that.
Idea and Abilities.
What was that?
Idea and Abilities.
I don't even think I've heard of it.
It's
that's a shame
it's Slug from Atmosphere,
Okay.
and his friend Ideas that died.
Have you
And-
listened to a lot of Atmosphere? Because they were like what really got me into hip hop.
It's
and stuff,
underground,
and
but it's super
fucking-
good.
I
It's
love
some of my
Atmosphere.
favorite
Like
ever.
What's in
out of
the
all
DTF?
time,
Hey,
no idea.
Aaron, what's
But out of all time, like
MBDTF?
Atmosphere has probably been like
Down
the
to
most
Feck?
influential
Down to
to me,
Fuck
and I
something?
fucking love those
Might
guys.
be down to 5.
Oh yeah.
No.
What about?
Sounds
I got
right.
a couple for you. Chevelle.
Oh, you're going other bands.
Yeah, I want to.
Okay.
I want to hear
Chevelle.
these. I want to give opinions on stuff too. I like Chevelle.
I'd give a 7.
What do they sing? Is that like Spider? Is that the
The
one?
one song I have right here, The Red.
The Red, yeah.
The Red's a good one, but it's just
That's a
it
good
used to be
random one,
overplayed.
Chevelle.
Yeah.
What about I'll say a couple and you can say a couple. Shinedown.
Never heard.
Down. Never.
You never heard of Shinedown? They do the cover of the Leonard Skinner one.
Oh,
Oh,
group
Kanye's
Shinedown?
album, My Beautiful
What?
Dark
Yeah.
Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
what I
like-
was thinking of.
My
Holy
brother
shit.
loves
I
that
like
album.
that.
Yeah, it was a really.
That's my
that was a
brother's
really good
favorite.
album.
Remember he was telling us
Yeah.
that. Shinedown.
really
You
good.
haven't heard Shinedown? What's that big Leonard Skinner song?
Are they just a
Simple
cover band?
Man.
No, Simple Man. No, they're an actual band, but he's sing.
yeah, Shinedown's dope. I like it.
Audio Slave?
I've heard quite a few songs from
Audio
them.
Slave. I'd give a.
Actually,
give a
I want to
7,
show you just
yeah.
actual Simple Man or Shinedown before I.
Any familiar with Audio Slave at all? No. Black
Before
Sabbath?
Black Sabbath. Well, I mean, they were
I
kinda
love
like,
hearing about like. I want to hear what you say first.
Well, they were like the godfathers of like pretty much that like genre, I guess. But Black Sabbath, I'd probably give a 6.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's not that
Yeah, I
I'm
can
like a
see
6
it.
of bad is it's kind of not a bad score, I guess.
No,
but
absolutely
like,
not.
No, it's
It's just
In the world of music, a 6 would be solid.
yeah. That's what I'd want to be.
7's average, 8
a
is...
6 is
It
like,
won't go through. Just so you
anywhere
know.
from like
I'm gonna
4
play
to
stuff.
6 is like you respect them
Right.
and their music and you can listen to them, but it's not like an oh my god I have to
Yeah,
listen
6
to
and
this.
above are influential.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
about Scorpions?
Scorpions, I'd give a 4.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you heard
I'm a
of
big
Alkaline
fan.
Trio?
Alkaline Trio.
Yeah,
I
we asked
fucking
them about
love
it.
I
Alkaline
fucking
Trio.
love them.
This
Dude,
is,
Aaron introduced us to Alkaline Trio, and I fucking love those guys because now the lead singer of that is one of the singers on Blink-182.
This is Shinedown.
Yeah, because who was it that?
I've never heard it.
You never heard of this?
Nope.
I'm kind of surprised. Like,
James always listens to him like a shit ton.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised because you and I have listened to Shinedown quite a bit. I'm kind of surprised you know of Alkaline Trio too.
Oh, you might
I
know
love
this one.
Alkaline Trio.
Yeah, they're the shit. We saw them at Gilby Court a few
You
years
might
ago.
know this one.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm super mad they didn't sing 1-800
Yeah,
because
I
that's
know
such a
this
good
song.
fucking song.
Yeah, this is Shinedown.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I
I've
am
heard
familiar
this
with
one.
them.
Yeah.
Or not 1-800.
Old English 800?
Yeah, Old English 800 is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah,
Oh,
who left to Blink 182 and
Matt. What's his name? Matt something from. Wait, it's a dude from.
yeah, but like
He replaced Tom.
Blink 182 replaced Tom, or like so the guy from Alkaline Trio they brought out from him. OLDENG.
Yeah, I love this song.
If you guys have headphones on, you'd hear music.
What was that?
If you have headphones on, you'd hear music. Oh, is music?
Yeah.
I'm dumb. I can hear multiple music, I guess.
I put it through the TV too, and then I turned it down. Oh, it's going. Oh, it's going through the stream.
Yeah, it's definitely going to the stream.
Shit.
Old.
It's pretty much.
Matt Skiba, thank you guys. Rip, yeah, Cornell. Wow.
Let's see. CCR.
I didn't know I was going through the stream the whole time. I
Who
turned
doesn't like CCR?
Yeah.
Credence?
Yeah.
No, I guess Tayler.
A 6.
6, okay.
That's good.
You like any of the old school, like, what would you consider them? Old school rock?
I guess so.
John Fogerty.
Around the same area, or not.
Thank you guys, Matt
but
Skiba. Thank you.
Same, like my own
That-
personal opinion from 1 to 10.
That's
it
who
would
went
be
to
like a
Blink-182
6
for
for
me.
CCR. But
You guys can put in your input too. What's your ratings? CCR?
I like CCR a lot.
Oh yeah.
I just
I,
hate
like,
I
my
would
dad,
I'd say
songs that
7.
are
I grew up
popular.
listening to some fucking CCR, so like I've always.
Hey,
really
if you
liked
guys listening want to do your rating too, you can tell us.
Yeah, Taylor's ratings bands. What about some new age shit? What about the
Who are
Week?
you?
That's
Why do you know
Aaron.
my name? Oh,
They
okay.
even spelled it right.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Aaron.
That's
Oh, okay.
Aaron P.
He spelt my name right, and
Do
I
you,
like
you,
that. So
you know
thank
who he is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really like talked to him all that much, but like I've always known he was kind of a cool dude. So
Yeah.
What about the Weekend? Newer music.
I like The Weeknd.
0.
0?
You don't like them? He sings about cocaine and fucking bitches.
You know, that's awesome and all, but that's not what I'm into. I hate
Yeah,
The
it's like
Weeknd because The Weeknd is like a band that girls will listen to and think they're the best ever. And they'll listen to it while they want to have sex. At least that's how I've been, at least, Like,
I'll listen to The Weekend if I'm having sex. Like, fuck.
I mean, it's great, but
That's when you want to get off.
Yeah,
too.
same
Like,
to you, Taylor.
you're a cool man. I'm pretty cool too sometimes.
What about you, Jordan? The Weekend.
I don't know. I'm not
I
a
can't
big
feel
fan.
my face when I'm with you.
Yeah, see,
That
it's-
song,
It's so overplayed, and I think the
But
thing,
I love cocaine. Just kidding.
I think the thing I don't like with him is it's like he'll have 1 or 2 good songs, and then they're like, "Oh, his album was fucking great," and you're like, "No, no, 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 no."
You had a
no,
few good songs.
He had a few good songs, but the album was actually overall pretty bad.
Wait, let me say one. Andre 3000.
9.
Fucking love. That's a full 10 for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9.
I love
9.5.
Andre 3000. That
That'll
is
be,
my dude right
a
there.
question mark for me.
Outcast.
Caroline.
Outcast.
Like, yeah, Outcast. Outcast.
Remember that?
Outcast.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Roses.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Oh,
I am for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never meant to
Yeah.
make
Okay,
a
what
dog
about
cry.
Post Malone? Because
Oh, I fucking love Posty.
I like him because
Yeah.
he's so versatile.
And he
Yeah.
plays guitar and he
Yeah.
sings. Do you see him doing the Sublime
give him
cover?
I'd give him an
Yeah,
8.
I saw that.
And that's,
That's
I
He
give
did
him
a
a
Nirvana
respectful
cover
8.
too.
Yeah,
Fucking love
Sublime.
Yeah.
He's just such. He's so
Sublime?
down to
Yeah, he
earth.
did a Sublime cover a
Yeah.
couple days ago.
What do you guys think, though,
live
Sublime?
in
His voice
concert.
is fucking crazy.
Dude,
Like I didn't think his voice was that
it's
good until I
funny,
heard
he's
that.
one ugly motherfucker, but
He
dude
is.
is so talented.
He makes me feel good about being. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
he's
like
like-
that's
he's
the
a-
nice thing about music. Like it's
Yeah,
not
you don't
based off
ha-
appearance.
I mean, look at Ed Sheeran. You don't have to be attractive.
Yeah.
You just have to have an attractive voice.
Right.
have you
Your eyes
heard
don't
some of
have to
Ed
line
Sheeran
up.
stuff?
Older stuff? Yeah.
Like a few years, like he had an awful voice,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, like I don't
Oh
know,
yeah,
he,
Aaron. Some guy came in last night and he was like, "Hey, where's that Sheeran at?" And he was talking about you because Aaron had a beanie on the other day, and for some reason the light made his hair look all red.
So Forrest one is Sublime.
Yeah, what do you guys think about Sublime?
Sublime is a 6 or 7 for
8.
me.
I was gonna say 8 or 9 for me.
I'm gonna go 7. Let's see here. ASAP Rock. I'm a
A$AP
big
Oh
fan.
God, he's so.
Definite a 10.
Yeah.
10 for me.
yeah, so
Definitely.
chill.
I could agree. I forgot about A$AP Rock. Thank you for saying
Yeah,
that.
I'm
I didn't put it
gonna,
on
I'm gonna
there.
give him an 8. I really like him.
And so who came up with the name first, ASAP Rock or ASAP Rocky?
I think I don't know.
I don't
Like
know.
Aesop
Wow.
Rock came first.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
He's
then
a white bearded fella.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's
he's a
cool
weird dude, but
motherfucker.
his music is fucking.
He said
dope.
Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, I'll give a number 9.
Yeah.
9?
For sure.
Yeah.
I love Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably give an 8 or 9 for that too. It's
Mhm.
really good.
Like out of the grunge era, Alice in Chains is my
Yeah.
number 1. Like Nirvana will be the number 1 for most people, but
Yeah.
Nirvana, fuck them.
I think
Are
they're
they
overrated.
low-key
I like.
overrated?
Dude,
I
you
like.
got a fucking Kurt Cobain picture in your room. I saw that shit. I saw that shit. You have a fucking poster of that dude.
I do, but did you see the face over it?
Yeah, you have the Three Ninjas mask on. Do you guys remember that movie, Three Ninjas?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like that same exact fucking mask on.
I
his
just
face.
put it over his face.
Here's a random rapper, Earl Sweatshirt.
I like Earl.
Fucking
Yeah,
love Earl.
Earl's really good.
Yeah.
I like him.
I'm a
Uh,
big fan.
question mark.
Question mark.
He's part of our
He's
future
with,
Tyler
like,
creators.
the creator and stuff.
What about Vince Staples?
That's
Dude,
literally
I
the next
fucking
one.
love Vince
Vince
Staples.
Staples is really good.
North.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh,
That's a
Bone Thugs
10.
is
Yeah.
so
That's
yeah,
a
10.
that's a 10.
That's
dude.
a 10.
Crossroads.
They're classic.
Shit.
Me and Chandler used to listen to Bone Thugs all the time.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
When we
Bone
were
Thugs
younger.
are dope. As
Action
shit.
Bronson.
That's about a 5 for me.
I'm gonna give like a 6.
I like
Yeah.
Action.
I'll say 6 too.
Yeah. I should probably give him a 10 because
Everyone's
Because you look like him, but
Bob Dylan.
We're doing some man.
yeah,
Bob
he's
Dylan is the man. Like, what the hell?
8.5.
Have you guys heard of it's an old rock group? Their name was Yes.
Oh yes, I know yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I just came across their music a little while ago. I was like, "The fuck are these guys? I've
Flatbush?
never heard of them."
I'm hit or miss on their music.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Flatbush Zombies to give a rating.
Me
Yeah.
neither.
You guys?
Flatbush Zombies. I don't know. He wants to know.
I most likely have like a playlist of them, so I obviously like them quite a bit.
AC/DC.
That's a 7.
1.
1?
Yeah. A lot of people hate AC/DC.
You know, I used to like AC/DC a lot, and I don't know, it was like, as soon as I saw Walmart selling all their shit, I don't know, like, that's kind of a really shitty way to, like, base a band.
You want to go back
But, like,
and forth? What's you
Metallica
doing? I
did the
doing?
same
Yeah,
thing,
that works.
Yeah.
but, you know, I saw Walmart selling their shit, and I was like, fuck, a lot of people just like Back in Black. That's pretty
Yeah.
much why a lot of people like AC/DC.
I felt about that the other day because I was wearing black when I was drinking. I was like, I am back in black.
I think with Flatbush Zombies, like I think if you guys heard a few of their songs, you would recognize them from some
I've
stuff
heard some
I
of
like.
their music.
Oh
I
yeah,
just-
I listened to A Laced Odyssey like all the way through
Yeah.
like 1,000 times, and I don't mind it. You know, I can listen to it, but it's not something I'm gonna just go out and listen
Right,
to
yeah.
on my own. Like I still
Like-
have them on my phone.
I
still
have
them-
YouTube Red, and
Yeah.
sometimes when I like create a playlist from like a certain group, they're most likely like associated or like get put into a similar playlist.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of came across them
Grain
too.
says AC/DC, it became a rock cliche. Yeah.
All right, what about
I'd say so.
Johnny Cash?
Oh, fucking
Nice.
10.
She's a fucking 10.
I fucking
Yeah.
love Johnny
He's
Cash
gotta
so
give him a
much.
9, yeah.
I was so mad to find out. Like, there was one time, Jordon E, I was at his house and his mom was playing Johnny Cash.
He didn't
and I
know.
was fucking loving it, and he like didn't even know who the fuck we were talking about.
Oh, wow.
And I was like super mad about it. I was like,
Well,
how the fuck do you
some
not?
families or some people just don't listen to that.
Yeah, but his mom like loved him.
All right, now
Yeah.
Elvis. I guess
Oh.
we'll listen to
2.
Elvis.
You don't like Elvis?
No.
I'm
7.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
gonna
give it
say,
6.
I'm about a 7 on Elvis. You know, there's some days where I can just sit there and listen to him, and there's other days he comes on and I'm like, fucking skip.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan. Never have been. Just personal preference.
it's just there's a few songs I really love, but
Smashing
vast
Pumpkins 90s era.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 or 8 for me.
Billy Corgan is a genius.
He
He's a
is.
straight up
crazy,
genius,
too.
if you ask me.
Well, he's a lead singer, right?
Yeah.
I
He
don't
was
think
on
he-
Joe Rogan's podcast, and
I thought he was crazy before he was on Joe Rogan's. I thought he was the smartest man alive. When
I thought he was
on
after.
Rogan's.
He thinks that like shapeshifters are real and stuff.
We talk about fucking skinwalkers.
And
all the time.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying like, what was he saying? Something happened. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Lil Dicky.
Dude, Little Dicky is my shit. He's
Right?
a 10 for me. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
I'd give him an 8.
Yeah,
I
me too.
love Lil Dicky.
I'm gonna
dude.
give it a mate too.
Me
like
too.
I
him
like
a
that
lot.
he's Jewish and white. That is just
And he's like-
huge enough for me.
Yeah, I know, right?
White
what
shirt.
fucking Queen? Cause like I was
A
watching
lot of
this
people
video.
hate Queen.
I do too.
But, like-
One. I don't like Queen at all.
That's
6.
like a
His
3.
fucking like vocal cords.
Oh, Freddie Mercury can fucking sing.
Yeah, like
you
that
can't
guy can
deny him
sing
that.
like
Yeah.
no fucking other.
Sure,
I love
but-
Queen.
What about Yellow Wolf?
Yellow Wolf,
Yellow
that's
Wolf
a 2.
is shit.
That's
What?
a 2. I fucking hate Yellow Wolf. I hate his voice. I hate him so much.
A lot of people really hate him.
I
Yeah,
fucking,
so-
like,
What the fuck is
Someone-
going on here?
like, I don't like his
Get the
voice.
fuck out.
Deuces. But, like, I don't like his voice at all.
He's really hated like by a lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't
like,
know that.
I
Yeah.
like-
I
like-
fucking love Yellow
Like, I
Wolf.
love his lyrics. I think he's
But
very
his-
talented, but his voice ruins it all for me. His voice really
Really?
ruins it for me.
Yeah, he's probably like an 8 for me.
Danny Brown, a solid 2. That would be a 2 for me.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Danny
We
Brown.
got some
Yeah,
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry, 6.
Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can go 6.
What about the Used?
Johnny Be Good.
Oh fuck.
Aren't they
The
from Utah?
Used.
What's his name from? The lead singer's name?
I don't know.
I like most of their songs.
Bert, that's his name.
I'm gonna have to give.
I haven't listened to the Used like a crazy
8.
ton.
I'd
so
say an 8 for
the
you.
Used is a question mark.
I was
for me.
listening
I'd
to
have listen to
AFI
music,
the other day, and
music of them.
I finished their album, and like on Spotify, it'll play a bunch of shit that like
Yeah.
sounds the same or whatever.
No, I know
yeah,
the
and
music,
the Used
but
popped
like,
up.
I don't know if I like.
Okay.
Bad
I
Religion.
feel like I've
number
only
10.
listened
Alex,
to their.
my uncle. What's up, dude?
I feel like
don't know
with the
Bad
Used, I've
Religion.
only listened to like their really popular
Right,
songs.
and that's why I want to give like a question mark. 'cause
He
He
I-
said Bad Religion. What do you guys think?
That's
I don't
my
know.
uncle.
Yeah,
I give him
I have no idea.
Bad Religion is a 10
Yeah.
for
10?
me in my book.
I'd say 7 or 8 for me.
Yeah.
I don't know any of their music. I don't think.
Bad
Well,
Religion is
maybe
so
if I
good.
could.
You would if you listened.
David
to
Bowie.
Feelers.
David Bowie.
is another 10.
I got a really good one after this. System of a Down.
System of a Down is a 10.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an 8 for me.
Yeah.
I would say a 9 for
I
me.
mean, all regular, not regular, but all like for the most part, I usually go for like 5 and 10.
Mhm.
But you know, David Bowie and Bad Religion, I'll go 10 all
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
every day.
YG.
I don't know.
Oh
much
God,
about-
no. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, when he makes his entire name by telling everybody that he's the only person in the West who made it without Dre, fuck you. No, you didn't.
Right.
agree.
There's a lot of people.
Fuck you.
So you hate his music because of how he came
No,
up?
his music is even shit as well.
Okay.
Okay, fuck him.
Like, I thought we were
All
basing it
around.
off just the
Okay,
music, not how they, like...
No, so like he dropped this new song and it's literally about being a blood, you know?
Right.
And it's called like Suwoo or something like that. I tried listening to it and I had that exact same reaction. I was dying laughing because it was so bad. Like I don't
So,
know. He had,
like a 1?
if that, the only song
Negative.
I can stand to listen to him is Fuck Donald Trump Part 2, and that's because G-Eazy and Macklemore killed it on that song. YG? No, I
Nothing.
can't. I fucking...
Okay.
You got more?
The Stones.
9.
Ooh, the Stones, yeah, 9.
8. I'm gonna go 8. 8. Yeah.
8, 7.
There's a random one. Sam Smith. I
Mm.
fuck with his music. I love his voice.
Is that a nowadays, dude?
Yeah.
Sam Smith, someone was there. I saw a video where it was like saying that Sam Smith and Adele have the same exact voice.
yeah.
And I fucking
Yeah.
listened to it.
The
I was
record slowed, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, uh-oh.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I can't tell the fucking difference.
I got one for you. Dell, the funky Homo sapien.
Oh, yeah. I love fucking, yeah.
Who?
I give him an 8.
Who? Say it again?
Dell, the funky Homo
It's a
sapien.
classic rap, like, what is it, like 90s, 80s rap?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of
Yeah.
him.
Not familiar.
He's
at
fu-
all.
He's a classic. Oh, I'm surprised
Well,
you
not
guys haven't.
classic enough. Like,
He was one of the top.
He had one of those
supposed to be
songs
one.
on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and that's why a lot of people, I think, know him. But
I didn't play that game that much.
so
At least the first one.
you gotta watch.
What's up, Yarrow?
Yes, if you must.
What's up, Yarrow? We're rating music artists right now. I got Childish Gambino.
That's a 6.
8.
That's a 6 for me.
gonna go
7. I'm gonna go
I
7.
don't know. He's
He's unique.
he's very, very versatile. I'll give him
Yeah.
that. But
And he had that amazing
but-
movie, Mystery Team.
Question mark.
Question mark.
ZZ Top.
Oh.
3.
I was
You don't
gonna
like
say, like,
ZZ Top?
I would say 5
7.
just because I like some of their songs, but the vast majority of their songs I don't
7.
like.
Yeah, I would go like 6. They're all garbage. All hot garbage.
Matchbox 20.
1.
yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna say,
shit.
Like a 2.
Because they
That
were
was like
one
all
hit
my
wonder.
dad listened to.
I was.
Shotgun a beer, says Blexy.
I don't have a beer. I have Jameson Ginger Ale.
ZZ Top is a
what was
9
it?
for me. Why don't you shotgun a beer? And
Bon
Snapchat it
Jovi.
to us. Bon Jovi?
0.
Yeah.
I was like
5,
2.
4.
That's like
I don't know, like
3.
my fucking family like loved them, and so like I grew up listening to them. So like,
Here's one.
I just really like them.
I'm very curious on Pink Floyd.
Ooh.
8.
Yep.
Yeah.
8. Solid 8.
Interesting.
Division Bell.
Do you not like them?
No, they're just like a 6 for me though.
Okay.
Kid Cudi.
I really like
That
Pink
dude
Floyd.
is a fucking genius. He revolutionized rap
8.
in his own way.
I'd say 8 too.
I'd say that's about an 8 for me as well. He was fucking brilliant.
Earl Sweatshirt we already did. What was everyone's?
I love Earl.
Mine was an 8 for that.
Yeah,
For Earl,
I think mine was 8 too.
Anything with the Odd Future and like Tyler, I fucking love.
Dude,
Elton John.
7.
Yeah, like
John Denver.
5.
I
John
don't.
Denver.
I know one song from John Denver.
What is it?
The one you always sing.
The one I sing every time.
Yeah, that's the only John Denver song I know off the dome.
Country roads, take me home.
Yeah.
Something most people won't know of, King
Phil
Cruel.
Collins.
Oh, I was about to.
Phil
I saw
Collins?
that on my list.
Yeah, I saw that on my list. You guys ever hear King Cruel?
Don't know who he is.
Because like I
I say
started
he
listening
sounds
to
like
him.
the Toy Story soundtrack.
Yeah, but I started listening to him, and I tried to show Force it, and he gave me so much shit about it. He was like, "Oh, it sounds like that guy that's like deaf that sings those Disney songs." And then like a month later, he was like, "Hey, you gotta listen to this. Like Tyler said, this was the best album of the year," and I'm like, "You're a fucking cunt. I was trying to show you this like a month ago, and you fucking gave me so much shit about
and
it."
you guys are big on the Odd Future thing, and I'm not.
I'm really not.
Well, I
like-
didn't know of him from Odd Future or anything. Like,
Well, no,
I just
I'm not
came
saying
across
that.
it.
I'm just saying, like, in general, like,
Yeah.
I don't really
He's
fuck
not
with
similar,
Tyler. I
like-
like Earl.
See, I like Tyler but I like his older stuff. You know, like I can go in and just
This is
listen
a
to
little bit
Tron
of-
Cat, and it just takes me back to
King
like
Cruel.
wanting to kill shit.
He's a British redhead.
Keep talking because we can't get
Yeah.
copyright.
If we
Yeah.
talk, we can't get copyright over it. George Thorogood. What do you guys think of George Thorogood?
Question mark.
Yeah.
He thinks, bad to the bone.
Oh, well then a 1.
I know one song. I'm gonna go
That's
question
pretty
mark.
much it. Yeah.
Oh, and they say Blexy says I already did, but I was looking for someone to do it with me. Shotgun a beer. We don't have any beers to shotgun. They're all glass.
If we had like bendy straws, maybe.
Or you can just like drill a hole.
Second
drill
you
a
pull it
hole.
out, just
Yeah, I don't know. Not
Okay,
for me.
Die Antwoord.
Black. Oh.
Oh, they're so fucking weird.
I like him. I'd say an 8 for Die Antwoord.
I'd say a 7
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
I'm gonna
okay.
throw like a 5 out.
Yeah.
because
I was
they're
gonna say,
definitely
like-
unique. Especially
Yeah, and
in
they're,
this-
if you
super unique
if you listen
and-
to their songs that aren't the main ones, they're pretty cool.
I like Cookie Thumper.
Black Flag. 8.
7 or 8, yeah.
Do you have a song that I might know?
yeah. I was gonna say. I
Well,
don't
the
know.
one that you guys might know is TV Party. Got a TV party tonight.
Yeah. Okay, I know. I'll
I
give
still
it a
know.
Okay.
What we're talking about, so.
I'm
Beastie Boys.
10.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
9.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Who
the
was
Beastie
it that we
Boys.
used to fucking hang out with? That hate
Someone-
James.
James hates. Beastie
James
Boys.
fucking hates the
Red
Beastie
Hot
Boys,
Chili
and I
Peppers?
never fucking.
Chili Peppers are a 10 for me.
0.
Yeah, that's a 9 for me.
Whoa. Okay.
Sorry, actually 1.
You know, I give him some credit.
I love the Beastie Boys
Yeah.
though.
Beastie Boys are like an 8.5 for me. Yeah.
I love the Beastie Boys.
Pantera, sorry.
Who?
Pantera.
Pantera would be a 9.
Yeah, that's
Probably
a
like
9.
a 7.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Lil Wayne.
3.
3.
3,
Yep,
yeah.
I agree
3.
completely.
6. If
I'm
we're
not-
talking about like overall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking overall.
Overall,
Overall is
six.
still a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I.
What about Slipknot?
6.
6, yeah.
That's like anywhere from
5.
Soundgarden, 7.
I was gonna say there were 7 or 8 for
Pretty good.
Soundgarden.
Question mark for me. Who's the other one? Amon
Amon Amarth.
Amon
Amarth is fucking dope. I'd give him a probably 6 or 7. Only because I haven't listened to him enough, but Twilight of the Thunder God is fucking dope.
See, I'm
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Five Finger Death Punch.
0.
I was gonna say that was something. I saw that on my thing too.
I'm not a
It's like
fan at all.
It's like a
That's
2.
5.
It's like a 2 for me, if that.
Maybe like
I
two
saw
other
them in
songs. I haven't
concert,
listened to like a whole lot. So
and they were okay, but I don't know.
I like him. I'm gonna give him like a 6.
I would say 5 or 6 for me.
Linkin Park.
That's a 7 for me.
It depends on the album.
Yeah, pretty much. Old Linkin Park, I'd give a 7.
No.
Newer Linkin Park, I'd give a solid 0.
have you guys listened to a lot of Anderson .Paak?
Oh, Anderson .Paak, I would give an 8 or 9.
Yeah, I fucking love that
give
dude.
him like a
We saw
7
him at
for
Twilight concerts, and I was in the front row. I fucking love that dude.
What about Korn?
With a K.
Yeah, it's a K.
I'd give him an 8.
Yeah, a 7. I like
6.
You should listen to some Anderson .Paak though. I think you might like him.
He's pretty
Probably
dope.
will.
Yeah.
I think I've heard a few songs.
Run the
Like-
Jewels, says Aaron.
Question mark for me.
You know what Run the Jewels are? I'm trying to think of a big song.
I've heard of them, but
7 for me.
we
Audio
did
Slave.
It's a
didn't we?
5.
Audio Slave 7.
Skillet? Anybody? I really like Skillet for being a Christian rock band.
I'm a monster.
Probably like a 5 or 6 for me.
6, yeah.
4.
Yeah.
The Doors.
5. The Doors. 5.
8.
I didn't really listen to a whole lot of the Doors, and then I fucking started downloading their albums and stuff because I had the Apple Music.
Yeah.
I really like the fucking Doors.
Yeah. I'd give them like a
7 or 8.
7.
Yeah.
What about Limp Bizkit?
Give me some break.
That'll be a 1.
4.
That's a
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got
I'd
that.
go like
I'm not a
4.
huge fan of like rock metal. Like, I mean, I like the whole Anthrax Public Enemy kind of thing.
Mhm.
You remember that?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I fucking love that. But like when Limp Bizkit tried to do some shit, it's just.
Cypress Hill? Depends. Am I getting high? It's probably like a
7.
9. If I'm not getting high, maybe like a 6.
I'd say a 7 for me.
De La Soul? Like
That
a 5.
sounds so fucking familiar.
There's no right. That's what I was thinking. Is like that sounds like.
Here's a fairly new artist, and I don't know why I really like them. Black Bear?
Blackberry. Oh, he's
He's like a 9 for me. I really like his music.
So talented.
That sounds so
He
familiar.
Yeah.
does a lot of like so he's a singer.
Uh-huh.
He does a lot of collabs with like G-Eazy and I know he did a song with MGK,
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly, back on his debut album.
He looks like Lil Peep.
He, have you heard the song
R.I.P.
Do Re Mi?
That's like the...
That's on the radio all the time.
I probably have.
He has a song
I kind of really suck
I
at
don't
like
fucking
remembering
care.
who sings what and stuff, but like if you start playing a little bit of it, I'll most likely
He might be my
recognize.
newest
I don't know
guy
if you
came
recognize
across.
any of those though. You probably will, maybe.
Jonier Lucas? Jonier?
Joyner Lucas, that's a fucking 10.
Yeah.
That man is a fucking brilliant motherfucker.
I don't know who that is.
Oh
so-
my god. I, hands down, love that man.
I'm gonna have to check
he
it
is
out.
brilliant. Listen to Ross Capelucci, I want to say. I'm sorry, happy birthday, and I'm not racist.
Huh. Oh!
Oh, he did the I'm Not Racist. Okay, yeah. I
he
think
did I'm not racist.
Alec was showing
I'm
us.
sorry.
If that's the
Remember
guy that
Alec
did
was
that
showing-
song, I'm gonna rate him out of 2.
What, the I'm Not Racist one?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. 'Cause
Oh,
I
it's not the
didn't
guy,
think it
Alec.
fucking- I didn't like that song.
Interesting.
That man is brilliant.
Pretty influential on the...
It's because everyone
Stuff
thought
that's
he was
going on
being
right
racist, but he was saying racist from both parts. But
Yeah.
when he was being the black racist, every white person was like, "This is good," but he was being a black racist.
Yeah, I don't know.
I loved it. Thought it was an important song to be made
Let's
right
not
now.
get into the whole race base.
Yeah, I'm sorry is his best
But-
song, and it is really sad. It is
Black Bear, I totally recognize
Yeah.
that first song
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, he's dope as fuck.
What about Rich Chigga or Rich Brian?
Rich Brian, I love Rich Brian.
that stick, boy.
Dude, it's so hard.
Eight.
Way harder
He's
than it
so-
should be.
He's so funny. I
8.
love it too because he's
Just 'cause
totally
I like
just
him.
a jokester,
He's an
but
Asian
he does
fella.
it like he meant to do it.
Wearing
but
a
he-
pink
but he-
fucking shirt and a
Yeah.
fanny pack.
Yeah, but like he's totally just doing it for the hell of it, just
Right.
for fun. I mean, dude was a millionaire before he even started rapping.
Was he? I didn't
Oh yeah,
know
he
that.
was like some like royalty back in like wherever he's actually from.
Oh, wow.
He's like royalty over there. So dude's like the reason why he was able to even get put on is because he was able to just pay people to
Oh, I
promote
didn't
his
know
shit.
that.
Mansions. I remember there was an album.
Marilyn Manson.
Oh. Fucking
Probably like
love
an
Marilyn
8,
Manson.
yeah.
I like
Like-
5. So. 5?
I'm not a huge fan of his music, but like him as a person, he's one fucking smart dude.
Yeah, he
and
is.
like I really like him as a person. I'm just not a huge fan of his music.
Slim Jesus.
No rating. He's a -1.
Yeah. Yeah, big old 0. Here's some pop music. Bruno Mars.
That's an 8 for me. I will
I
admit.
really like
I think
Bruno.
he is very intelligent.
Which one is it? Bruno Mars? No, it's not Bruno Mars. Is it? Which one? The one that loves Coke? Jack Johnson?
No, Bruno Mars.
It's Bruno Mars
Yeah,
that loves Coke.
he's a big Coke fan.
Yeah.
Khalid.
I don't know. I
That's
don't
a
even know
3.
anything about him.
That's a
so.
3.
Oh.
He only has one album, but you know I didn't really care for it.
Oh, I enjoy it. It's like a 7 for
NF?
me.
NF, that's a
Yeah,
10 for me.
we
We
were
were
talking
talking
about
about that
NF.
earlier.
Okay.
NF, he's
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely there for me.
incredible. I'm going to his concert here in like 2 weeks.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm really.
Kai's going
he
to
comes,
Brockhampton.
like, March
Oh, really?
8th or something like that. He's really good.
Here's a funny one. Afro Man.
Afroman, that's a 10 just based on pure hilarious.
Right?
And the fact that if you're high, And I'm pretty sure everybody was born knowing every word to Colt 45.
Absolutely, everyone knows.
Everybody was just born knowing about it.
Right?
What about Left Brain? I've never heard of Left Brain.
He's part of the Odd Future, I think.
Oh, is he?
Left Brain, Eat a Freak, something, yeah.
Swayze?
Question mark for me.
Swayze?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said? I'm gonna say an 8.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Swayze's the
I
shit.
I fucking love Swayze.
What's his
Yeah,
new
but-
song that he had? I just wanna fuck tonight.
Yeah.
Love is overrated.
I like Swayze a lot. Let's see here. Rob Stone.
I don't know anything about Rob Stone.
Just Chill Bill.
Oh,
Yeah. Give it
two phones.
I give it like a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one that a lot of people get mad at. Big Sean.
Big Sean, hit or miss. His first album,
4.
Finally Famous, wasn't very good.
No.
But then he came
3.
out with, fuck, what album was it? Hold on, I'm actually like right next to it. But
I like one Big Sean song. That's the one.
Dark Sky Paradise, I will give that like a 7 or 8.
What's the one with Kendrick? That Kendrick roasted everyone on?
Control.
Control?
Yeah,
That's
Control
like a
was
Big Sean
rough.
song I like.
So,
Alright.
who do you guys think was better, though? Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Tupac.
Absolutely.
I used to think
I
that
agree,
for
but
a
It
long
depends on
time.
aspect, I guess.
So, I think Biggie was better lyrically. I think Tupac was more influential.
That's what I think too.
Okay.
And so that's how I view
I can
it.
totally agree with
Tupac,
that.
you listen to his lyrics and you're like, wow, you know what? That's fucking incredible. I like that. I relate to it. What he's saying, it has a message. When you listen to Biggie, it has a message, but you hear the lyrics.
Yeah,
right.
And you hear him talking about how
Because I
he
used to
came
love
up.
Biggie like way more. Then I started listening a little bit more of Tupac, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know how I ever thought
Yeah.
fucking Biggie was big."
I think
better.
Biggie's better.
I like Tupac
Yeah.
more.
I honestly think that it really depends on how you view him. If you're looking
Yeah.
for influence, you're going Tupac. If you're looking for pure lyrics and, you know, the way he just makes random things rhyme that you wouldn't expect,
Yeah.
Biggie all day.
Well,
I think
yeah.
either one of them, if
Can you
they were
imagine if
still-
they were both just like alive, or at least like
Tupac
give them
didn't die.
5 more fucking years?
Dude, I know. right?
5 more years of their
Tupac
life, I
didn't
feel
die,
like we would have
right?
some of the fucking greatest music.
Tupac's alive today.
I think it's easy to. Well, I'm sure that people want to argue this, but I don't know if there's many people who have a better flow than Biggie.
Oh, yeah.
His flow is just
definitely.
impeccable.
Biggie was
Yeah.
Biggie was a natural. Like he had something that nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, I will agree. Big L was lyrically incredible. He
Better
was
than both Biggie and Tupac.
he was phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely.
Tupac.
Big
Tupac.
Pun, I liked him,
Big Pun.
but I think Big L was probably took it when it comes to
Yeah,
lyrics.
Big L was a monster.
Definitely.
Another person when it comes to, you know, influence rap is Nas, obviously.
Obviously,
you know.
yeah.
And
Nas is-
I think Nas, in my opinion, is the best storytelling rap artist ever. You know, nobody can go. He tells a story like no one else. He never gets off topic. He goes into detail. He goes straight through and just. It's very, very incredible how he does his writing.
I
But
feel like
what
that's
about
why
Immortal
I've like
Technique.
that
Oh,
Immortal
Immortal
Technique and Jedi Minds.
That's what
Yeah.
when you
So
said
those
like
two-
storytelling in general.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's the first thing that came
Talks
to mind.
about
Those two
raping
and
that
then
girl's mom.
Atmosphere, like
That
they
dude's mom.
fucking
fucking.
I was there. I
gnarly.
raped his mom too.
was that Immortal?
Yeah, Jedi Mind Tracks are more
Yeah.
one of them. It
But
was
those two and then Atmosphere, like those 3 people or those 2 groups, they told so many fucking great stories and stuff that were just fucking crazy. But that song that you were just talking about,
I was
Holy
there and I raped his mom too.
yeah,
So gnarly.
It's like
that song is
it's-
fucking whack. The other day, like this last Friday when we were working, that song came on. I was like, okay, like I need to change this shit. Like I can't fucking listen to this again right now.
How do you guys feel about D12? I fucking love D12. Dude.
Oh yeah,
My band.
purple pills.
Yeah. Superman. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Some good shit.
DMX.
Outcast, Miss Jax. So DMX gets me hyped. Like,
Oh, dude,
whatever I'm
DMX
doing,
gets
if I need
me
to get
so
hyped up,
Like, I just... That's
I get-
That's
sorry.
his voice. Like his voice, no matter what the fuck he's saying,
right.
like
Yeah.
he's just got that. Yeah.
And his, what was it? His Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
So
cover? Dude, it got me so pumped for
He
Christmas.
was doing his own beat.
Yeah.
I love that.
Have you heard him start narrating stuff too?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, talking about
Christ.
fucking narrating. Have you guys heard Christopher Walken read Where the Wild
Yeah,
Things
absolutely.
I love to
Have you
read
heard that?
Once if
You
that
have
was
to
what was
fucking
going
listen
on.
to that. Christopher
I bet
Walken.
Josh
I bet
R.
it's
showed us.
incredible.
It's so
Yeah, Josh
great.
Red showed us that. Josh R. showed us that. But
great.
yeah,
He
him
won't care. He wants to
narrating
be on.
books like
Yeah.
is the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard in
Just
my
like when
entire
he's
life.
talking about the bush. He's like,
Yeah.
"Is that bush there?"
Yeah. I don't know. It's not in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
All right. Gorillas.
7.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
seven for
Seven
me.
for me.
It's just a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
The
So-
the reason why Gorillas isn't higher for me is a lot of their shit is kind of whack.
Yeah, it's
And
really
it's like on the
good.
whack that's like a 1 scale whack, but then all their good stuff is like really good.
Make some
Yeah.
noise, Beastie Boys. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Or Joe Budden.
Oh, Joe Budden. I like Joe Budden.
Joey is
7.
He's an interesting character. I
Yeah.
like him though. Let's see the game.
Illmatic is such a classic.
I love the
Illmatic
game.
was
Yeah.
such a classic album. Holy
Absolutely.
shit. It
Outcast
was,
Miss Jackson obviously is
yeah.
Yeah, that's
incredible.
fucking. I don't know how anyone that could fucking say that song's not good.
Yeah. I think everyone can
The
sing
game,
that song
though.
too.
I
game?
fucking love the
The
game.
game. He's a
Yeah.
brilliant.
Okay, best person on G Unit. I gotta go
Lloyd
Lloyd
Banks.
I gotta go Lloyd Banks.
Yeah,
Lloyd Banks,
50, I'd say.
50 was
I
really
love
good.
50 Cent.
I'm not gonna lie, 50 Cent was really good, but Lloyd Banks
Should have been way bigger than he was.
he should have been platinum every
Yeah.
record. You know, he was really something. Probably not as much known, but Jaron Benton.
Jaron Benton, number 9 for sure.
Yeah, he's a 9 for me. He's
I don't
really
think I've
good.
heard
I'd
of
say,
him.
yeah.
He's he was under
I'm
Funk
pretty
Volume.
surprised that
He was
Taylor
under
knows them
Funk
when I don't.
Volume with Hobson
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Dizzy Wright.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like he was the third
Everyone
one
knows
on
you.
there.
Hi, Bird.
Story invades. Who are you? You know me, but I don't know you. But hi.
What's up, very calm?
What's up, Mr. Popular?
Yeah, what's up, popular boy?
Oh wait, Story. That's my buddy Curtis.
Oh, no.
For life.
Oh, okay.
What do we feel about
Curtis doesn't want to say hi to me.
Who?
Fucking A.
Jeezy? Young Jeezy?
Oh, Young Jeezy?
Yeah. How are we feeling on
6?
this one? Yeah, I
Kinda
was gonna say
sweary,
it's like a
sick.
5 or 6.
I'm talking to the mic really loud. I feel
T.I.
bad for these guys.
T.I., he's an 8 for me.
Yeah, I gotta go probably 9. I love T.I.
I
Snoop.
love T.I.
Snoop?
That's
10.
a 10. He's a god.
Everything about
Jurassic
him.
He's
5?
so funny.
Oh, Jurassic 5.
That was your uncle.
What the fuck, Curtis?
Oh, Curtis.
Other people are okay? Motherfucker.
Hey, Curtis, I don't know you, but I hope you get to know me, so I'm better than okay.
I was hanging out with him all night, and I guess I'm not okay.
Damn. Yeah, you're just
The
okay.
Lonely
Yeah.
Island.
If I'm looking to giggle,
Yeah.
It's 5.
I'll give them. They are clever and
They're very clever.
They're talented in their own universe.
Yeah.
But
It's not something you just go out and listen to.
right. Now, if it comes on, I'm like,
Yeah.
he's gonna jizz in
Mac
his pants.
Miller.
8.
Yeah.
He's about an 8
Is
for
that a
me.
vape? I don't know why.
Vape Nash, bro.
People calling e-cigs vapes drives me fucking insane.
I hate that too.
Machine
Like-
Gun Kelly.
6.
7
3.
for me.
4.
7.
See, okay, this is where we need to have a conversation because I look at Machine Gun Kelly the same way you look at Yellow Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
You
You don't like his voice, and I totally get
Yeah.
that. I think the thing that gets me with Machine Gun Kelly is there's some songs that his raspy voice
It
drives
works
me
for him.
fucking incredibly, and it drives me nuts. But then there's some songs where it works so
Yeah.
well for him in the style of because he does like
Comfort just
rock
there for
rap.
asshole.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
gets on stage and he
Sit out
full
all
on
night.
shreds the guitar while he's
Yeah.
rapping.
We
To
said
me,
Walkie
that's
was on
fucking
you.
dope as shit.
Right. Well, one of my favorite just like songs one-offs is Action Bronson's Easy Rider.
Yeah.
Because like in the end, he fucking's got his Gibson guitar and he just shreds
he's
it.
just
I was like,
going
I
for
love
it.
seeing people who are like multiple talents in the song. Taylor Swift is life. Yeah, I could probably agree.
We almost share the same name.
I just fuck her, but okay.
Right. Wide Awake Nightmare. I kind of dig that name.
I'm still kind of
Pretty
mad that
edgy.
you don't like Yellow Wolf. I don't know why.
How
I
we
really
feel
like-
about Mobb Deep as a whole? I'm a 10 on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I think
7.
Shook
but
Ones. So
7.
Shook Ones
Yeah.
for me. That beat, that is the most incredible instrumental I've ever heard in my entire life.
Alright.
When I say that, from the bottom of my heart, when I hear that instrumental,
Yeah.
something inside of me ticks, and I just feel like $1 billion.
Oh God, what does that say?
That's a donation.
$15 donation. What up?
From who?
From Story Invades.
Story Invades.
That's Curtis.
Curtis.
Oh, what up, Curtis?
Curtis, my buddy.
He just dropped a $15 donation.
Thank you, Curtis.
My man.
Yeah.
Curtis, you know
We
what?
fucking love
You might
you,
think
Curtis.
we're okay, but I fucking love you, man.
Curtis is one of my best friends ever.
Thank you,
For
Curtis.
sure,
Is
no
he?
doubt.
Did he live around us when?
Yeah, we're actually going to be starting our own podcast. It's going to be called The Bird Story.
Oh yeah.
But we're just
Love
going to be
it.
doing mostly video games and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, he's all about those new age games, and I love the old school shit. So
Good
it's going to be
mix
kind
up.
of like
Yeah.
a good...
What was that gaming you and him were playing yesterday? The
Oh, that was like a kind of in between because that Enter the Gungeon game. That
Yeah,
we were
Enter the
playing.
Gungeon.
It's like a new age game,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's old
classic.
school.
yeah, it looks old school. That's why I was saying, like
Have you-
kind of old school.
There's a game that I think you would love. Have you played Shovel Knight?
Shovel Knight, yeah, we played that before all the time.
Fucking
So-
love Shovel Knight. Rip Prodigy. Yeah, Rip. Okay, Nate Dogg, 10.
That's an easy 9 for me.
Yeah, Nate Dogg 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want someone to get on your song and just kill it? Call up Nate Dogg.
That's
Rest
dead.
in peace.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah.
R.I.P.
Has anyone said Tribe Called Quest?
Tribe
Yeah.
Called
We were
Quest.
That's a
talking-
10 for me.
10.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
an easy 10.
Yeah.
Lil Peep.
Lil
That's
Peep.
a 0.
0. Fuck Lil Peep.
You don't like
I'm
Lil
gonna
Peep?
go
Peep.
fucking
Right
8.
Me too.
Fuck
8.
both of you two.
No, fuck that dude.
I fucking love
8.
him.
I'm gonna give.
I don't know why I like him so much,
I'm
but I
gonna
do.
give it a
Alright.
solid 4.
8.
T Grizzly.
What's up, dude?
I like T Grizzly.
I love Lil Peep.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
You kept telling me to listen to Little Peep, and I was like, no, like, I already know it's going to be awful. Then I gave him a chance, and I was like, all right, well, there's that for you. I'm going to fucking love this
He's like
dude.
a pop punk trap artist.
Yeah.
I don't like Lil Peep for the reason that like his death is so famous. I
Yeah.
guess for the reason like, oh, he overdosed on some fake Xannies that were
Fentanyl laced.
yeah, fentanyl laced. But it's
Well,
just like, why can you influence by somebody who died from a fucking Xanax? I know it wasn't.
I mean,
fully
I
Xanax,
didn't even
but,
know he was the one that died. Like, I knew someone like that.
How many
like,
drugs do you have in
I
his
just
system?
I didn't know he was the
9.
one when I started listening to it. What about, what was it, XXX Tension or what?
I liked him until now. I liked him the one album for a little bit, and I'd say a 5 now.
Yeah.
He's like a
I really like
3
him.
for
Just
me.
Yeah, 4.
like his
4,
songs,
4.
they just kind of speak.
Maybe
to
it's
me for
because
some
my
reason.
brother influences me too much. I was listening. I had one of his songs on. Kai's like, "Oh, that's cringy." You listen to XXX.
Fuck yeah, metal for life. That's right. I mean, I love rap, but metal.
This is the
that's where it's
coolest
at.
thing because we have a room right now of like
So
everyone
much.
is in a different category in a way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I like Sublime.
Yeah.
What's the
Weird.
other one that did the song with Sublime with Rome?
Check out Lou the Human if you haven't. Never heard of him.
Damn, what song am I? Hold on, I gotta find who it is.
How are we feeling about Warren G?
Warren
Mr.
G.
Yeah.
Regulator.
Oh, Regulator.
The G-Spot
Mount.
era?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a 10 for me.
Yeah, that's
I love
definitely
that.
a
Anytime I hear
9.
regulars, I think of Manuel.
Yeah.
Just because, like, whenever he fucking played that song, like, he knew every word.
One of my favorite
What
moments in
song am I
life was
singing up,
me,
Chandler?
Manuel, and Andres
So it's
in the
Sublime
same
with
car,
Rome,
and
you
we
know,
all
if you can-
rapped Regulators. It was the best day of my
Oh
life.
yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Can I give a shout out to one song from one artist? Blackstreet, No Diggity. Just one
Oh,
of
the
my
dude.
favorites.
Blackstreet?
That is a good
Oh,
song.
Dirty Heads.
Dirty Heads. Never
Oh.
heard of them.
You've heard of them. Lay Me Down. Lay Me Down.
I like the
okay.
Dirty Heads.
8
but-
for me.
That'd be a 7.
I just feel I don't
guess.
want to rate people that I know like one or two songs because I feel like it's not doing justice. you
What about
know?
Kodak Black?
That's a 1.
Yeah.
I like
10.
maybe one of his songs.
Just kidding.
Half star. Half star.
21 Savage.
1.
Half star.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
I don't get why he has a
Um,
12-car garage but only 6 cars.
Token.
That's my favorite is when they
Token?
Yeah. Token.
No,
from
I'm not
South
familiar.
Park.
Nobody?
No.
Oh my god. You guys gotta listen to Token.
Is it
He
just
John
spelled
Wayne?
How it's?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
I like him,
T-O-K-E-N.
I like John Wayne too.
Token
7 or 8.
is
Yeah.
incredible.
Have you heard John Wayne?
Yeah.
I
That
like
he's
him.
a big old dude with a. Yeah, that's when I was sending you and James, right?
Yeah, you were the one that introduced me to John Wayne. And I
He's
was like,
so
all right.
dope. He doesn't. I'll show you. He doesn't look
Vinny
like he'd be
Paz?
a rapper.
Vinny Paz, he's a part of like Atmosphere and stuff like that.
I like him.
Yeah.
I'd give him a 7.
His voice is dope. End of Days. I just saw his
So
song on
this
here,
is
on this
this
playlist.
is what John Wayne looks like. He's a rapper.
Interesting.
He's dope, like super dope.
Quiet Riot. Anybody?
Oh,
Anybody?
7.
Yep.
It's like a 7.
Yeah.
7.
Waka Flocka.
Dude, he's pretty
8.
hyphy.
So that's like a 6 for me.
8.
I just saw
like
his song fucking busting at him, and I fucking love that song
8.
for
Yeah,
some
I'm gonna,
reason. Just
I'm gonna give it a 7.
pow, 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 pow. You bitch, I'm busting at him.
Fuck!
Just fucking. Yeah, no.
He's like DMX for me. If I need to get hyped up, I'm throwing on some.
Yeah.
Right?
How about my T-shirt, the Misfits?
Oh, 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7.
I like that. Good on you guys.
Yeah.
What about you?
For the Misfits?
Yeah,
Yeah, 7.
7.
Only because like I couldn't listen to him for a long time. But
No.
Russ?
0.
7.
Oh.
I don't like him.
A lot of people hate him. Top 5
and like-
bands.
So like I
Wait,
don't
did you
hate
say
him.
Rush?
Russ.
Russ.
Oh.
He's
Rush. Oh, that's a good one though. Rush.
Yeah, Rush is Rush.
Rush
I really
would be
like
a 10.
Rush.
I was gonna say 8.
Yeah, no.
It reminds me of, what's that movie?
Slap at a bass, man. I
Yeah.
love you, man.
Slap at the bass, man.
Russ
Okay.
will have to give like a
Top
6.
5 bands: Slayer, Temptations, Metallica, Pantera, and Smokey Robinson.
Temptations? What happened, man?
Michael. Talking about Michael.
They're
Michael.
not bad by any means, but like, that's a weird
Labyrinth?
top 5. Good for you,
Who?
man.
Labyrinth?
Labyrinth? That the movie
7.
with David Bowie?
Yes, but no.
No, I'm not familiar with them.
Lil Jon.
Oh,
3.
Crunk!
Right?
oh yeah!
My favorite thing that ever happened with Little John when he was with the East Side Boys, his
Yeah.
homie is the one. I don't care what anyone says. People think it's super bad. Motherfucker would walk into clubs with a whole entire gasoline full
Yeah.
of fucking drinks, and he would just drink out of it. That was my favorite thing from Lil Wayne era.
Okay, with 3
about
6
that?
Mafia.
That's an 8 for me.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
8.
But
yeah.
Khalid.
We already went
I
over
said
that,
Khalid.
but I think
Did we
went-
go over
Yeah,
that?
I think
I
it
can't
was like
remember.
a 3 or 4 for most of us.
No, I'm an 8 with
Oh,
Khalid.
Yeah,
that-
I
that's
like
right.
it. I like
Yeah.
his most recent album.
Run DMC.
Oh,
That's an
9.
8.
Influential for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they had the fucking first collab with a
With
rock
Aerosmith?
group. Yeah, Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah.
That song was fucking huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna
go-
I'm
Okay.
not a-
We're gonna go.
I'm not a
rock
huge fan.
collabs.
Okay, Aerosmith though. Everyone hates Aerosmith.
I actually don't mind Aerosmith. That's
I
like a
don't
6
mind,
or
yeah.
7 for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rank him super high, but I don't mind him at all.
Yeah.
I'd rank him low.
I was gonna say,
You're a weird list, Red Beanie guy.
Oh, if
you're
you
a
were to hear
towel.
it, you'd know.
Jay-Z.
7.
That's a
I was about to say
Yeah.
7 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
You're a weird list. I thought you knew that person because we had.
Akon?
Akon?
Akon? That's a 10 for me. That dude is.
Akon.
Yeah,
I love
I love his
Akon.
songs.
8.
8. Yeah.
4.
4.
The internet? Most people probably
8.
don't know of them, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
It's
think I know
with
who
the
that is.
chick, the lesbian chick from Odd
did
Future.
you see Dope that was on Netflix?
Dope, where
Yeah,
they
yeah,
sold
yeah.
the.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the girl
That
in
ecstasy
that,
and stuff, or-
most of the songs on that was from the internet.
She's
Oh,
she's
nice.
from Odd Future.
Yeah.
She's what's the dude's name? What's his name from Odd Future? He's super good friends. Everyone says I look like the white version of him.
Taco?
Taco.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
Taco. It's Taco's sister.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know that.
It's Taco's sister is the main person on the internet. The chick.
Mick Jenkins.
Mick Jenkins.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
7.
P's and Q's. Man, that
Yeah.
song's dope as fuck.
I was listening to him. Like, randomly, Alec messaged me, like, probably like 2 or 3 years ago. He's like, hey, go listen to this album. And I'm like, okay. And it was him. And I was like, fuck.
When we
okay.
went to the Sundance a few weekends ago, where it was Forrest, me, and Alec, and he pulled up a song by the Yellow Days,
Mm.
and he was like, "Oh, you should listen to this." And then I pulled up, like, I already had like 4 or 5 of their albums downloaded, and then when I were starting to talk about them, he was kind of amazed that I knew who they were.
Okay, I got a good
I
way
really
to
like
close
him.
out music talk because we've been on it for
Yeah,
a while.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's just do. It doesn't have to be in any particular order, and it doesn't have to be like a set thing. Just your top 5
I
favorite
can't say that now.
favorite artists.
I
I
can't.
could probably now. I'm drunk enough to where I'll probably regret
Lil
it tomorrow.
Dicky. He wants to know Lil Dicky. I'd say 8 for me.
That's an 8, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Eight.
5.
Yeah.
But anyways, top 5. I can't say top 5.
No
right now.
specific order.
I'll go. All right. So I got Eminem, Nas. I got Logic. Then I'd probably have to go with fuck. What is his name? I literally was just scrolling over him. God damn it.
Your weird taste, red beanie.
I love that. He's a towel though. Logic, lol. Story invades.
Oh, it's...
Hey man.
Hey, thank you
Logic
guys
is
for
dope.
watching, by the way.
I like old Logic. You know,
Ice Cube #1. Yeah, I can fuck with Ice Cube.
Yeah, I can.
I don't think I could come up with like a top 5, but I can tell you at least one group that's in my top 5, and that's Atmosphere.
Atmosphere, I love
I
Atmosphere.
fucking
I can't. Yeah, I'm the same way.
I can like do a top 3, but top 5 probably not.
Damn, that's more.
Any more than that.
it's just like as far as like any genre
August
goes or
Burns
anything.
Red. Fuck, I love August Burns Red.
I probably have to say 4 would be Mobb Deep. For
Okay,
me.
that's a good one.
I really enjoy Mobb Deep, clearly. And then my last one, it's wow, holy shit. That 5th one.
It's so hard too because like,
because I don't want to
So many
narrow it
genres.
down
Yeah.
and leave out
Right.
a certain person.
And that's the thing is like you're gonna say this list and then you're gonna go home and you're like, oh fuck, there was that one. And that
yeah,
one.
there was that one person.
I've also like gone back and listened to a lot of blues music, and I really fucking love blues
Yeah.
from like back in the day. Where someone from that might probably be in my top 5. It's hard to say.
Absolutely.
It's hard with how long fucking music's been going on to fucking
And I'd
narrow
say-
it down to a fucking top 5.
5th would be Outkast for me.
There
Okay,
you go.
that's a good one.
So
Bad one.
Outkast.
Freddie Mercury. Yo Wes, I call it. What'd you call Jarl?
Because you said, I don't know, you said something. Your
Oh.
friend.
I forgot.
Freddie Mercury has
He
a
said it right
great
after you
fucking
said
voice.
something you liked.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I love Queen.
From the top of my head, my number 1 always, for the most part, will be Idea and Abilities.
Okay, that's
Number
a way
2
good
would
one.
be August Burns Red because of how musically inclined they are. Like, they're just so versatile, and it's awesome.
What about Taylor Swift? That's number 3, right?
Oh, Taylor Swift. Oh, boy. No, she's not even in a top 200.
Shake it off.
Like, I feel the same way because, like, everyone loves Taylor Swift, and I feel like you really like Taylor Swift. Okay, maybe not.
Fucking excuse me.
Okay, maybe not, but I feel like a lot of people have liked Taylor Swift over the years and stuff. And
No,
like,
she has
haven't-
one song. Raindrops on My Guitar is a good song.
I
Outside
never
of that,
really liked Taylor
I don't want to
Swift.
fucking hear any of her shit.
Okay, like maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah,
or I don't know,
absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
but I just
Okay,
feel
we
like people
continue,
have
Taylor.
really liked Taylor Swift, and I don't like her at all.
Number
I love
3
T-Swift.
would be the Beatles. I absolutely love the Beatles.
I love the Beatles,
Every
too.
single song they've ever produced.
I'm with you on that, and we're in a minority, I think, right now.
Yeah, because I hate the Beatles.
I fucking love the Beatles.
I like it.
I don't know if it was like Aaron and Joel, like just hammer that into my fucking brain that like hate the Beatles, but
I fucking love the Beatles. They're
I
so
don't
good.
know.
Their songs are so good. I
Yeah.
love them.
What's the one Beatles movie?
They had a few. There was.
I mean, the
Days
one.
Away.
It's not actual the Beatles, but like it's like a
That's
something you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, they made
I
it
like
with
a few of their songs, but
Who was it? Jake Gyllenhaal. One of those guys was in
vast
it.
majority fuck the Beatles.
You would like the Beatles after you watched that movie, I think.
What juice
Highly
are you
doubt
guys
that.
vaping on?
That's
We
gonna
got
eat
pineapple
me
free.
alive.
This one
Some
is
melon bowls.
Taylor's is Alien Piss.
Yeah, I drink.
Alien
drink
piss is
and
dank.
puff on alien piss. That's what gets me through a day.
His brother was telling me to stop getting juice where I get.
Who,
'cause
Jordan?
He was like, oh, like, water it down and stuff. I'm like,
It is true.
Jordan's
but
so
yeah, like
funny.
I understand it's true and everything, but I'm like, $10 versus $20, like,
Right.
But if
obviously
you-
I'm gonna go with the $10.
If you do the math, like at that place that my brother was talking about,
Yeah.
you can get 100 milliliters of 3 milligrams of nicotine for like $20.
100.
100, yeah.
Remember when your brother said he booty bumped ecstasy?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I believe him completely.
I booty bumped Adderall, so I watched. You guys know Thomas F. He's our friend, Thomas Frost.
Yeah.
I watched him put Adderall up a girl's asshole one time in my room,
Interesting.
I really like Thomas Frost.
and I'd fuck
just-
her.
Goes hard. He
Yeah.
goes hard, and I can't keep up.
What's the last couple on your list? Beatles.
Where was I at? Number 3,
Yeah.
Beatles,
Yeah.
because it was Idea, August Burns Red,
And then Beatles.
Number 4. I'd say System of a Down, honestly.
Oh, that's a really good
Because,
one.
like, I don't know, like, a lot of people don't like their music, but I could listen to their music from front to back.
Me
all
too.
their albums in a row.
Me too.
And number 5 would probably be
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
You
No.
must like her a lot because you share the same name.
Almost, right?
Yeah. That was. Have you guys seen the Office Space?
Probably
Yeah, oh my
Descendants.
god, that's Office Space.
Which
so
one?
Descendants.
That's
Okay.
good pick.
Yeah.
I love Descendants so
Yeah.
much.
I wouldn't put him in my top 100, but just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I just love that good old fashioned
No, they're
punk
good.
rock.
They're good.
It's my favorite.
What about what's the huge classic punk rock? The Clash.
I like the Clash. They got mainly, I don't know,
2 songs.
like the 2 songs that you probably heard were like White Right and Should I Stay or
Yeah.
Should I Go, or I don't know.
You have a top 5, Wes?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Kendrick, J. Cole, Outkast, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and
I
then
like that.
my 5th is there's too many. I don't know.
I can't.
So 3 out of your 4 is rap groups.
Yeah, absolutely. It's usually what I mess around with. Actually, I'm gonna give my 5th.
you mess around with rappers.
Don't you? Where do you think I'm gonna get my money from?
J. Cole wants to fall on my ass, so I'm not going to say yes.
Hey man. 5, I'm gonna have to go Bill Weathers.
I was not expecting that, but I'm
Let's go.
down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have
I'm
any.
down.
Do you have any? You want to finish up here, then we'll call it for the podcast?
Yeah.
Do you got anything?
I can't narrow it down to the top 5, but 2 things
Let's
that
see
would
your O's,
probably
right,
be
Beanie?
All right. I'll
2
give
that
it
would
a
be
miss.
Can I
in my
see
top
your
5.
E-sig?
Yeah.
Can I owe your O's? I'll blow O's
Would
through
be
your
Atmosphere
O's.
and Johnny Cash. Like, I know
Blow your
those
O's my
2
way.
would be my top 5.
Dude, I might be a little too drunk to do that.
I don't know why, but I really
My
don't
phone's
care
blowing
for
up.
like smoke tricks.
I can't.
all,
I'm sorry.
Right? Like I
Maybe when I'm a little more sober.
People are like trying to impress me by their smoke tricks. I'm like,
well, like so my brother
don't care.
get full into it. So like when he got an e-cig, and then like next thing you know, he bought like 2 or 3 more, and then he bought like 3 RDAs and all these tanks, and I'd say in the last like 6 months he's probably spent close to $1,000, if not more,
Jesus.
just
Fuck.
on like mods and tanks. And
Well, a lot of people care about like how much smoke am I blowing out. Like,
He
I don't give a
does.
fuck about how much
does.
smoke I'm blowing out. Like,
It's-
it depends
like-
on how fucking hard it's gonna hit
seriously,
me.
he came over to my house once, and it was like the week after I moved in. And he came over,
Man,
he
that
was
looks so
sitting there
cool.
just blowing O's, and like whenever he'd mess up on one, he'd get legitimately pissed off, like legitimately mad that he fucked up an O.
Do you know what I miss? The hookah.
Yeah.
I miss
I'm-
hookah. I
Pre-
miss
I'm
when
mad
was,
that
like,
we
the
haven't
big
fucking
thing was
smoked hookah.
hookah.
Pre
Wow.
e-cig era.
Yeah, I miss when hookah was like the big thing, you
Right.
know?
Good job, chain dude to the left. So yeah, you're last on this list. Do you have any?
I don't have a top 10.
Okay.
But I got one. None. Just kidding. I don't want to say any right now. I'll say I don't want to say any actually.
Yeah, you do.
I
Give
don't.
us one. One in the top 10.
First thing that comes to your mind.
I don't have it. I'll say Atmosphere's in my top 10.
Hell yeah, dude. I can fuck with that.
I can like name a couple in top 10 maybe.
Throw it
Here's the serious question though. If you were a filing cabinet, what kind of files would you hold?
Sexual predators.
The cure for cancer,
Right.
and nobody would see it.
That's the most random fucking question I've
know.
ever heard in my entire life. I don't know how to
Pictures.
answer that.
Manila folders, and each Manila folder is a picture of a cat or a dog.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of dog or cat?
Okay.
Is it like information from me or is it like?
Hey Savage,
Oh,
we're gonna be getting off in a couple minutes, but if you stay around, we'll game. So
Because then I could call them lab reports. Bam.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna call it for now.
yeah, Savage,
Um,
if you want to hang around, we're gonna game and you can still talk to us.
If
but-
you guys enjoyed, remember to follow. We have a YouTube down at the bottom. Everything gets posted there, the whole entire podcast, so you can
check us out on
check us
YouTube.
out. We have a Twitter that's down there. Facebook is Forrest Wesley, and then Instagram is Topshelfers Podcast. Do you guys have anything you want to plug?
We do.
Social medias?
Yeah, if you want
my
your social
name-
medias, I can post it up.
I want to give a shout out to me and
Curtis.
Curtis.
You and Curtis?
Me and Story Invades. But yeah, we're just a bird story.
Yeah.
Simply as that. Because
Yeah,
it's
as soon as you get your podcast up, let us know. We'll shout you out.
we did a little bit of a stream of like Enter the Gungeon. He saw a little bit of us playing it, and we're really fucking good at
Hey,
it.
if you
They are pretty good.
let us know, and we'll post your podcast down here on our page.
Yeah,
That would be dope.
definitely. And if you do YouTube as well, we can put you on our subscriber thing.
I think we're gonna be playing music, so I don't think we're gonna.
Put it on YouTube.
Yeah, for copyright.
But for
You
Twitch,
should not do music so you don't get any copyright.
you can on
Copyright?
Twitch.
Yeah, you can on Twitch all the time.
Oh, okay.
But you can't on YouTube. You'll get copyright.
But
if
you guys were pretty funny fucking playing that game.
Oh, we get
Just because,
pissed.
you guys
We
were
get so
fucking
pissed.
mad as shit.
Like I said to him, like we always go in optimistic, and then we end up coming out as a loser.
Right.
And that's
what was
usually
the game he was playing on his the
Oh, that was
Switch or what was it?
on it. Yeah, it was on a Switch. It's
Because that game was hilarious to watch him play. He was getting so mad.
I
Those
can't
fucking
remember what
spikes
it's
keep
called.
popping up on him. Yeah.
Slain. That's right.
Slain. Okay.
I feel
Yeah.
that game.
All right, but guys, we're gonna call it for tonight. So, like we said, follow us below. But if you stay around for a while, we'll play some games if you guys want to stay and hang out.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Good night, guys.
Pete.